out with a goblin attack on the town of Appleton, and then from there proceeded to the cave that the goblins were coming from. And you managed to run into the goblins and kill pretty much the entire tribe that was hiding in this cave. And among some various loot that you were able to find amongst the goblins, and some wolf pelts and meat and claws and teeth from the wolves that you encountered alongside that were there with the goblins. You also acquired a wolf as basically a party companion. And
Oh, we have 2 dogs.
on the bugbear that was the leader of the goblins, you guys found a letter that was written in a language that none of you are able to read.
Is it Goblin?
No, it is not in Goblin. It is in some completely unknown language. None of you recognize the
Can
language.
Can Krusk cast interpret languages or whatever that spell is called?
Comprehend
It
languages.
it will not work on this letter.
Can he intimidate the letter?
No.
Oh,
It is
okay.
a letter. It is a piece of paper with ink on it. You cannot. It is not a sentient creature. You cannot intimidate it. That would just
I figured
be
I'd ask
impossible.
just in case.
Letters have feelings too.
It's secretly a mimic.
Fuck you, you little piece of paper, bitch!
It does not work that way, unfortunately. So,
You all turn around and see Krusk screaming at the letter.
I am not even going to ask.
There's no point. Just a Krusk moment.
yeah. And how much? Do you guys remember how much gold I gave you last time from that?
I think it was
I'm
like-
sure there was some gold on the. I know that there was some gold on the goblins and that they had in the cave. Do you remember how much the party got?
I think you give us 100 each.
Was it 100 each?
I mean,
I'm
I have
looking.
110 on me, so I'm assuming it was 100 each.
Yeah, I have 155 on me.
I do 105.
And then not on no way.
Yeah, it was
So
100
it's
Yeah.
100 each. All right. Okay, so how do you guys want to proceed? Where do you Do you want to head straight back to Appleton, or do you want to be heading to the capital, possibly, or some other location?
We took a long rest, correct?
Yes, you did take a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
let's
just
head
wanted to
straight
double
back.
check. So, Stamir, didn't you want a long sword made of goblin bones or whatever?
I wanted a short sword made of goblin bones because
Okay.
I don't have the dual wielder feat yet, and I already have a second long sword.
Krusk made him a short sword.
Improvised short sword acquired.
I assume we're going back to the farm?
You can go back to the farm itself, or you can go back to just the town and speak with the mayor. I mean, you don't have to go back to the farm.
Let's go back to the farm and give the farmer a novelty goblin skull. Let him know that everything's gonna be alright.
It sounds like another thing Krusk would do.
Yeah, it does.
The funny thing is, I'm not actually kidding about that. Let's. I have no doubt that Krusk has a goblin skull left over from making the short sword for Stamir.
Well, I mean, there was 12 goblins in that cave?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there'd probably be more goblin bones than you guys would have needed for what you were making anyway.
Make him full set of goblin bone armor.
That would probably give a plus, like, give a bonus to intimidation against goblins then if you did something like that.
I mean, if they
Ooh.
realize man a goblin.
I mean, come
Trusk
on.
has
It's
an
like,
idea.
I mean, come on. Wouldn't that make sense? I mean, come on. Warrior, like someone showing up.
No,
in
that would make
goblin
100% sense.
Yeah. I can't, like, did you just not think, like, how did you not think of that right off? It's like, oh, like, coming up with that idea, like, oh, goblin bone armor.
Because
did it
that's
take
not
me
how
having-
my train of thought works. My train of thought is, okay, what did I say I was going to do? And then what can I do? And now that that's done, and I've covered my ass and kept my word, what can I bullshit out now? Because keeping my word and doing what I say I'm going to do always comes first. If it can.
Yeah.
Can Krusk make everyone commemorative goblin bone necklaces?
You can. It's a matter of, does anyone want those?
He's going
My
to make
character
one
definitely
for
won't.
everyone anyway.
I would generally say don't make anything. I don't make something without them saying that they actually want it, because then you're just going to have
That is not how
necklaces
Krusk is.
that are no purpose. Like, what are you going to do with them? No one's really going to want to buy those necessarily, except for some individual who's probably messed up in the head and think that those are cool.
I don't need one. I already have a commemorative goblin bone sword.
Krusk hands you a goblin bone necklace to go with your sword, and just says accessorize.
Hey,
So yeah, he has made enough goblin bone necklaces for everyone.
mine that small. That's a bracelet, or
Krusk ties the necklace up in a bracelet on your wrist.
Alright, so...
Ooh.
Got great carrots.
So are they the
So,
only two that's accepting?
So with what you acquired from the cave, basically, you acquired 2 wolf pelts, 80 teeth, 40 claws, 40 pounds of meat, a crate of beets, a crate of potatoes, and a barrel of water for your party supplies.
I assume they're gonna have me carry a large portion of that.
You do not need to, because you forget, you guys have 3 draft horses and 3 carts, along with a crate
When
of
did we
carrots
get-
yeah.
that the party
When did we
had.
acquire that? Oh wait, yeah, like
The
session
horses
0.
and carts, yeah, were acquired in session 0. So was the crate of carrots when the party helped a farmer whose cart had broken down and helped him put the wheel back on his cart.
And we
What about
also...
the farmer that I helped, or the random person that I helped get onto the roof?
He didn't really even need any help overall. I mean, he did have a ladder, but it was just on the other side of the house from where you guys were, so you didn't see it. I mean,
He should
just
be
gave you his
thankful
thanks
nonetheless.
he gave you his thanks for helping him get up on the roof, but didn't have anything to offer you in the way of compensation.
Yeah, whatever. Krusk is loading up the supplies onto the carts, and like I said, I'm assuming we're going back to the farmer.
That is up to you guys.
My character
Well,
hasn't even seen this farmer.
also
I
another
think it's
thing-
funny how my character just kind of appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the cave.
oh, what to do? Oh, people fighting goblins. Let me help them.
Have you seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
No.
Oh, damn. You
I've
would
seen a
get the
little
reference,
bit.
though. You know the sound effect that he makes when Goku teleports in Abridged? Just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no
that's
teleporting.
how he
Your
arrived there.
character was there the entire time. He was, let's just say he was not feeling well and was sleeping in the cart.
He just
Okay.
appeared in the middle of the fight, just like
Up until that
puff
point,
of smoke.
Hope you get treats. puppy give
So,
me ball? Good girl.
I'm gonna say we're going to the farmer. Does anyone have anything against that?
No.
No?
All right,
Farmer's
we're loading
okay.
up and going into the farmer chaos.
Alright, so then you guys get everything loaded up in the carts, get on them, and then follow the small dirt trail through the forest to the south of the hills that the Goblin Cave was located at, and head back to Appleton to head to the apple orchard that was attacked earlier.
By the way, does Krusk still have the severed head of the bugbear?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's something that you wanted to collect from there,
Yeah, I said that last session.
yeah.
All right, because my idea was to bring it to the mayor, say, oh yeah, this guy, he had this letter that we can't read, and then just start opening and closing the bugbear's mouth like a puppet. He killed me.
Oh,
Alright.
But yeah.
Gross.
But yeah, Krusk is gonna knock on the farmer's door.
Alright. So you guys, you guys arrive back at the orchard.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
You knock on his door.
like I said,
Farmer comes to the door,
Yeah.
opens it, and asks, "What may I help you with?"
Krusk hands him a goblin skull and say, they no bother you anymore.
The farmer takes the skull with a confused look on his face and says,
With
"Thank you for dealing with those goblins. They have
and
been
without
harassing
any
this village for the
response,
past week."
and Krusk just turns around and starts walking away, just waving to him as he leaves.
then he walked away. What?
Alright. So, where are you guys
Are we
heading
going
here?
back to the town to the mayor, or can I grab a couple apples?
You'll have to ask the farmer if you can take a few apples. I mean, it is his
Krusk
orchard.
Krusk looks to the farmer. Food? Question mark.
Farmer looks at you for a second and thinks, and says, "Yes, you can actually have some apples. There are actually a few barrels around the side of my house. You can take 2 of them."
Krusk's eyes light up immediately, faster than you've ever seen him move before. He goes for the barrels. The ground shaking a little bit as he's stomping along.
What's that earthquake? Oh, it's just my god.
It's just fucking Krusk.
Earthquake! Nope.
Don't worry,
Just Krusk.
it's just this little crocodile that likes apples for some reason.
So yeah, Krusk is going to load one of the barrels up onto the cart. The other he is carrying and eating apples out of it like popcorn.
So fun fact about the real life. For whatever reason, in real life, crocodiles like the color pink. I don't know why.
They also like the smell of dogs.
So if we
Krusk
can,
is going to thank the farmer again before getting ready to go. So if anybody else wants to do anything at the farm.
No, I'm good.
Good.
I'm really coming by.
Alright, so we're headed to the city to talk to the mayor.
Alright. So, there we go. Boop. Boop. I pooped the puppy. Alright, so from there, you guys get back on the carts and head down into the town. So, guys just continue on through the center of town and stop in front of the mayor's house / office.
Krusk is gonna press the doorbell that his finger is comically too big for.
Doorbell? There's no doorbell.
Krusk thinks he's hitting the doorbell, instead he's just poking a light bulb or something.
When your brain is too alternated that you realize your brain is doing.
I guess we're gonna knock on the door.
Yes.
Let's not let Krusk knock, because he'll probably obliterate the door instead.
Yeah.
Essentially.
That probably makes some sense.
Confused for the doorbell, he's pressing Stamir's nose.
Resting on a false believer.
Alright, so who's going to knock on the door? Seeing as Krusk
I guess I
probably
will.
would end up knocking on the wall or knocking on the window instead.
I'll do it, I guess.
I mean, either one would definitely get the guy's attention.
You forget the mayor of this town is a woman.
I never even knew their gender to begin with.
I'm
I don't think any of us did.
pretty sure I
Yeah, I
mentioned
don't-
it in last session when you guys went to talk with her to.
See, even you just
Right.
called him.
All I
See,
remember
even
is
you just
Mr.
took the mayor
Monopoly.
him. No, you just said him.
Oh, I said her.
Did anyone else not hear him just say him?
I just hear Mr. Monopoly.
Yeah, I heard him.
Oh, I told you guys last
Well, I
time
never
that
met
you
the
went-
mayor, so
that when
I.
you went to go speak with her. You guys were thinking that it was a chief in charge of the village when it's actually they have a mayor.
1 sec.
This mayor is very temperamental. They switch gender just whenever they feel like it.
No.
Gender fluid.
Angeling? Question mark.
Goddamn changelings.
Goddamn changelings, man.
Never know if I'm dating a
Oh,
man
yeah.
or a woman.
So,
So yeah, I guess while they knock on the door, I'm just gonna continue pressing on Stamir's nose, wondering why the doorbell's not going off.
Poor Stamir.
alright, so yeah, you guys knock on the door, and you hear the mayor call from the other side. Enter.
Krusk is gonna say, "Thank God it finally worked." Thank me, it finally worked.
I just shake my head and open the door.
Alright.
You-
So, as you open the door and enter the mayor's office, you see her at the far side of the room, sitting behind her desk. She looks up at you guys and asks, "What is it you need help with?"
Krusk is gonna pretend to be a magician and very obviously pretend to pull the note out of Stamir's ear. But it's like a child is doing it. You can clearly see through it.
She looks at
Immersive.
Krusk, confusing, like wondering what the hell you are doing.
Magic.
Krusk just pretends to pull it out of his ear, acts surprised, and then just sets it down on the desk. Just pulls the head that he had tied to his waist, and like I said before with the puppet, I had this on me when I died.
She looks at the bugbear head in Krusk's hand and looks absolutely mortified.
Krusk cannot even tell. He's completely oblivious. You can almost see like a big alligator smile on his face. Just like that, the face expression where it's just like no thoughts, only smile.
Not a thought in that brain.
Clearly.
Not, yeah,
I mean, it could be worse. I could say Crust just decides to eat the head since the message was passed, which is a lizard folk thing to do.
Oh God.
I think we will be banned from every city in this game.
It's like a very large grape.
Oh god.
So like with you having put the letter down on the desk in front of her, she picks it up, opens the letter up, and looks it over for a good minute. And in turn, looks up at you guys and asks, "What is it? Like, what is with this letter? What language is this written in?"
We don't know, and that's why we're bringing it to you, to see if you knew.
Unfortunately, I do not know what this letter, like, what language is written here. I have never seen this language before. Your best hope.
Does the town have a library?
Unfortunately, we do not. The closest library is most likely going to be in the city of Woodvale, a couple of days travel from here. But you might have a better chance of figuring out about the language of this letter in the capital, because they will definitely have a bigger and older library than Woodvale would have.
So, but Woodvale's closer, right?
Yes, Woodvale is closer.
Okay, so we could stop at Woodville on the way to the capital if it's on the path.
You passed through Woodvale on your way west from the capital.
Okay,
so you'll be coming to it before you come to the capital.
So I'd say we stop at Woodvale while heading to the capital.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to roll a perception check on Krusk?
Why?
Doing it.
Is there a reason to do so?
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Alright, fine.
Nothing.
Doesn't involve sniffing you?
What? Why are you gonna sniff Krusk?
Rolled an 18.
So what
Smells like crocodile.
What was this perception check for?
Oh,
well,
cool.
you see Krusk's expression is deadpan. However, you also see, right behind his eye, a vein that seems to be popping out.
Okay.
Are you having a headache?
I know it's having a stroke.
Krusk is getting pissed.
Krusk do it.
And why would that be?
Because
Krusk had all of it. Krusk had every expectation, because simple brain, that the mayor would be able to tell what that letter said. So the fact that he's having to go all of this extra steps in different places, he is pissed.
So who's gonna hold back the angry crocodile? Because it's not gonna be me.
I have a
Fine,
negative strength.
fine.
I'm not going to be able to, even if I wanted
Yeah.
to.
I think
Stress
don't tell me I
stress
have
relief. Keep pressing Stamir's nose.
Congratulations, Samir, you're now a stress toy.
You are the congratulations, Stamir. You are now the crocodile stress toy.
I mean, Krusk, weren't you the one that wanted to tame the wolf?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
So you basically do have your own stress toy. You can just go out and pet the wolf.
I was told that the wolf bonded with someone else, that it liked all of us, but it bonded with
No.
one of
He
the
only
other
like this one school made the checks.
No.
So me, you, no.
It was more. I think it was either Morrigan or Gilgamesh. The wolf bit because he failed the animal handling check.
Gilgamesh.
It was
It
Gilgamesh.
was Gilgamesh.
Yeah, so the wolf is not particularly a fan of Gilgamesh. Like, it's not going to be hostile to him, but it tends to want like avoid. Like it's going to tend to avoid being near him unless it absolutely has to.
You're seeing Gilgamesh tried to kill it. It goes for his throat.
It ain't even
Me
here.
and Krusk is probably.
Krusk is gonna pick up the wolf, just like a. He's just gonna pick up the wolf and scratch its belly.
Oh, I mean, the wolf accepts what you're doing, so.
Krusk is gonna
Wolf.
start walking out, just continuing to pet the wolf and snuggle the wolf so he doesn't put his fist through a wall.
Next, I mean, there's also the Mastiff, which is just another dog.
Who
We
had
have
the,
one
who
of
had
those.
the dog?
The Mastiff, that's me.
Oh, okay.
It's concerning how
Uh,
crocodile.
I bought it session 0.
Yeah, I know. I just had to have a memory jog a little because it had been a while since session 0. So. All right. So with finding out that the mayor has no idea about the letter, she actually opens her desk and pulls out a letter of her own for you guys and a coin pouch containing about enough gold for 50 gold pieces for each of you. And informs
Oh.
you
Hey,
that
money.
this is partial payment for helping to deal with our goblin problem.
How much
The
gold?
rest of the money you will get in the capital. I mean, you guys do have to head back to the capital anyway.
I throw Krusk's share at him. Not hard enough.
I'm
I'll
fully
hit him.
out of the building.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
guys go outside, you'll see me just sitting cross-legged with the wolf on my lap, just be petting it, rubbing its belly.
And clearly it's
Yeah.
tail wagging because it is happy.
I just hand Krusk's portion of the pay to him.
DM, how much gold do we get?
50
He said
each.
50.
50. Okay.
Yes. I mean, you guys can also decide to have like gold set aside specifically for the party itself, rather than having just having your individual amounts of gold that you guys carry.
I mean, that is
So, like, that'd
working
be
in
something.
Eric's campaign, but I think for this one we could have individual gold, and if
And then we
want
could like,
something for
yeah, we could like share it if we.
Yeah, or maybe something like make the gold that have the party, and we just send some gold we earn. For example, 10% of or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest having it that's like, oh, you have your individual money, and then have. Why did the stream get ended?
Sorry, my D&D Beyond's being weird. It's not letting me actually join the campaign and go on VBT.
That's weird. Geez, you're in a lot of campaigns.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird situation.
So, I mean, I would suggest that it's like having your own individual ones, but then maybe like donating a share of what gold you get or what money you get to like basically a party wallet. So you have
Yeah.
enough money to pull, like, so that will be money used to buy supplies for the party as a whole, like going into towns and buying provisions that you need for like whatever like that. It's like, oh, buying materials for the party for like repairing your armor or repairing your weapons or anything like that. Buying food items, whether it be just like stuff that's already straight up prepared and just ready to eat, or acquiring the stuff that you need to make your meals, because you guys do have the option of cooking.
Mhm.
So you don't have to rely on pre-made rations, like on the rations. Like you can just make your own meals on the go, which is why like hunting and foraging are an option while you're out on the road.
That's the nice thing about being a lizard folk. Anything we kill is my ration, and my teammates are emergency rations.
What?
And like before even session 0, we said I'd be the party cook.
Yes, yes, we did.
Like just as a joke because I was the culinary student.
Yeah.
You are a culinary student?
You're a
I was
culinary
debating-
student?
Yeah.
I was debating. Well, I was debating getting the chef feat for Krusk, because what would be funnier than a giant crocodile man chef with a chef, and all you see on his head is a chef hat.
Roskaline
For the feet.
Roskaline stars.
The chef hat's
fact,
made
actually-
of the skin of his enemies.
Actually, DM, I'm gonna ask for a divine intervention at the chef feat.
Did you already select your feat? Because you guys would
Yes.
be already would be level 2 and have gotten a free feat. When's the next time you were supposed to get a feat?
Level 4.
Level 4.
You don't
Wait,
like the thing is you don't
we have a
actually
feat?
need the chef feat for doing food stuff. Like
I need the chef feat to put the chef hat on. I'm not worthy of the chef hat if I don't have the chef feat.
Wait, are we supposed to have a feat or not? I'm confused.
yes, you
Yes,
guys get
we
a
have
free
one
feat
free
for
feat.
getting to level 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
would-
I
Technically
didn't have-
supposed
I
to
would
have
not
2
do it-
feet.
No, there's only like unless you were doing a race that would start off with the feat, you guys should only have 1 feat at the
No,
end.
no, not the feet. Feet. You're
Oh.
supposed to have 2 feet.
Fucking smart ass.
English hurts my brain.
So yeah, about that divine intervention to get the chef feat.
I'm gonna say roll a d20 for it. Let's see what you come up with.
11.
You needed a 12.
damn.
Oh look, it rolled for a second time on accident.
Oh
And I
no!
got a 2.
I don't know miserably!
Wow.
Yeah, add that 2 onto the 11 for a 13.
No, it does not work that way.
God damn it! Here, let's
I cast
try
a blast.
one.
No.
Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. There we go. I got a 15.
No. No.
Damn.
I mean, it's like I don't see why you would even need the chef feat. Like I don't think like I really would have
Krusk in
anyone-
a chef hat.
Sounds like a plan.
Big scaly crocodile man cook.
Let him cook.
I mean,
Let
he
the man
has
cook.
cook on his own. I mean, it doesn't. Plus, you don't have a chef hat. You have to find one. Anyway.
I'm gonna
He
make
can
one out of
from the
goblins
skin of
again.
his enemies. Oh,
Okay, that's unsettling.
Let's go head to
Don't
Goblin
ask
Town
where
now.
the meat came from. just don't ask where the meat came from. Be satisfied that it was locally sourced.
God.
Oh, shit.
Dear God.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, so with receiving the letter from the mayor and your like part of your reward for assisting the village, what's your next course of action, guys? Actually need that.
We're gonna go to the capital and stop at that one town on the way. I already forgot its name because memory is not good.
Woodvale.
Woodvale.
Alright.
Hold on,
Riverdale.
what? The Wooden Vale. That's an odd name. I just realized that.
It's Woodvale.
When we veiled it.
It's a city that's like just veiled by the woods because it's in the forest.
Okay, well, we're just gonna head to the capital and stop up there on our way.
All right.
Now I just got a really funny image in my head.
Alright, so you guys load up into the carts and head out. Over the several days that it takes you to travel back towards the capital and arrive at Woodvale, it is a completely uneventful journey. You encounter no threats. You don't really see many people along the road. They just pass them by, and they just greet you politely as you continue on your ways.
Wait, I just remembered, I have a hunting trap. What if we got Crust to use that as, like, brass knuckles?
Oh God.
I am down for it.
Wait, did I just hear a gun cock from somewhere?
Yes, he did. Yes, you did.
Hey, I give you my money. Can you put down the gun?
I'm not the one with the gun. Not this time.
And for once, it wasn't. For once, it wasn't me.
The thing is,
that's why I'm laughing.
For once, it was not me messing with a firearm.
It wasn't even a gun. I think that was the sound of my headphone case closing.
Oh.
Nice sound, mate.
It sounded like you were trying to subtly pull back the fucking sleeve.
It's like...
Did that not sound like he was trying to quietly pull back the slide, Chaos?
Yeah, it kind of did.
I thought that was it.
Enough of this.
But I mean, this time, like, I have not been messing with my firearms with the sessions. Partly because I don't want to get in trouble on Twitch or YouTube. With the camera being on me, I don't want to get my accounts banned.
I mean, Schlatt does that shit all the time. I don't...
Yeah, but just Schlatt has... Well, Schlatt has a much larger viewer base, so he's less likely to get, banned over that.
Yeah, because they definitely get people onto the platform and all that, and just... So... Yeah.
Yeah, while
I only have 5 followers
the YouTube
right now,
terms...
so I am not going to mess. I'm not going to mess around with that type of stuff if I don't think I can get away with it. And right now, I don't think I can get away with it. So.
Yeah, while the YouTube TOS do not prohibit the display of firearms in the video, they do prohibit loading and firing.
That is, unless you're someone like freaking Demolition Ranch, Brendan Herrera, Kentucky Ballistics, those guys, those gun tubers.
The reason they can get around that is because they label it as educational material.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, there's naked women getting massages on YouTube, and it doesn't get removed because it's labeled as educational material.
You don't say anything about Twitch.
But it's still probably age restricted. That's like, oh, you're not supposed to be like that. Someone under 18.
Some of them aren't.
That is weird.
Some of them aren't. Yeah.
What the hell?
And I only know about this because my gay friend was just like, this is bullshit. Why can't I see some, things that he would prefer to see? Which I'm not saying out loud because I remembered you're on YouTube right now.
I'm on Twitch right now. This will be
you're on Twitch, even worse.
This will be loaded to YouTube after the session is over.
Even worse.
Yeah, I don't stream to both at the same time. I stream to Twitch and then I upload it to YouTube.
Gotcha.
Because I gotta edit the description for the video, so I prefer to just. It's easy.
So yeah, does anything happen on our way to?
No.
Veiled Wood or Woodvale?
Nothing occurs along your trip there, other than you passing some folks just on their way along either to or from Woodvale. But because of you guys being in the carts with the horses, you're able to travel a bit faster than you would on foot. So
Krusk is
instead of
feeding
12,
the wolf.
instead of 24 miles a day, you can cover 36 miles a day.
Krusk is feeding the wolf an arm of a goblin.
What? What about the
Oh
mascot?
hell!
We're not gonna ask about that at this point.
It's a goblin wing.
Oh god.
Dear God, you should be glad that there's no
And from
goblins
that
in
day
our
forth,
party.
Krusk became a culinary chef and making goblin wings.
What did you say? I'm lucky. I'm what?
From that day forth, Krusk became a culinary chef for
No,
goblin wings.
I've heard what you said because you spoke over him. What were you saying, Stamir?
We're lucky that there's no goblins in the party.
Oh, I would
They
still
should be
do it.
mortified.
Oh god. Yeah,
I would
you
still
do
do it.
seem like you'd be the type of person to do it just anyway.
Yeah, that's
They'd
true.
just be mortified.
I swear, this
It
is
only
my,
ever
this
gets-
is my party of degenerates.
Yay!
It only ever gets personal if it's a gnome.
What? Gnomes are the
I
only
said-
ones that don't take kindly to doing having shit like that done.
No, it's never personal whenever Krusk eats someone or feeds someone to like his pets.
Except
The only
Krusk is
time
a
it
gnome.
ever is personal, except if it's a gnome.
What is it with
What did
Krusk and
gnomes
gnomes
do?
that is personal then at that point?
Krusk has a bad history with gnomes, and I, as a player, also have a bad history with gnomes.
Okay.
Good to
Alright,
know.
so, do you guys
Don't
having
play gnome around
headed
Krusk.
to Woodvale, and nothing of note having occurred, you arrive at
Other
the city.
than us figuring out how to use bear trap as freaking brass knuckles for Krusk.
So you guys arrive at Woodvale, pulling up outside the city and dismounting from the carts. What's your course of action?
You see, Krusk has made like a baby Bjorn for the wolf made out of goblin skin.
What?
This just keeps fucking getting worse.
Yes, it does.
It's okay, it's useful in case any of our teammates are incapacitated. I'm sure most of them will fit on a baby Bjorn made for themselves on the size of Krusk.
I
What the hell? Oh, at
It's
least
okay, it's highly resilient. It's made of goblin leather.
Oh, God.
So yeah, you just see me carrying the wolf and the goblin baby Bjorn. Ah, you motherfucker.
and the worst part
Obviously,
is,
you guys
even when
hit
we
your
get
air
into
horn. What did someone do to piss you off?
Yeah, it was me. So I'm in the right lane, and someone from the middle exit slammed on their brakes before they left the middle lane, slowly drifting my lane.
We are losing
as I'm
him. We
going
are losing him.
60 miles an hour to go, and then slowly drifted into the exit.
Is it me or is it Gojo?
Yes.
I think he's in an area where he has not that great of cell phone reception.
We
Yeah,
lost.
Because I have that problem
Yes.
all the time when I drive. So,
Can you hear me all right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can hear you better now. But when you were talking before,
Okay,
we couldn't
I was
hear
in-
half of what
I
you
was in the
said.
right lane.
Yes.
I understand. I was in the right lane. This little sedan was in the middle lane. Before they even left the middle lane, they slammed on their brakes and then slowly drifted into my lane, practically right in front of me as I'm driving 65. Then I blamed my horn because they cut me off while still braking, and then slowly drifted into the fucking exit.
Dang.
Of course, typical idiot waiting till the last goddamn minute to take their exit that they probably knew was coming up at least 2 to 3 miles back.
Yeah, which they probably missed because they were texting.
Probably, I swear, most accidents. I swear, probably at least more than half of the accidents out on the road
Critical
anymore
event.
are driven.
Sudden braking.
Are like I swear, probably more than half of the accidents that occur nowadays are because of people being on their damn phones when they're driving their vehicle, not paying attention to the road, rather than putting their fucking phone down and keeping their eyes on the road where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, statistically, all accidents involving trucks, 90% of them are caused by the other car.
Yeah. And yet people always want to blame us truckers for the accidents. They're like, oh, we're supposed to be the professionals. Well, being a professional only extends so far when you get some idiot driving a car who has no place being on the road, driving like an absolute moron, and not paying attention to what the hell they're doing. But,
Yeah, and we have to be in a courtroom because someone decided they were going to be a fucking idiot, cut us off, and got
killed.
Now
Yeah.
and now we have to look their family in who lost a father or a mother or just some family member and explain why it wasn't fault.
Yeah.
Dude,
but
That's not that's not fair to anyone.
We probably should get back to the session.
yeah, that we got really off topic there.
Sorry, it's just this type of stuff pisses us off because we are. Because it threatens our jobs. This type of shit.
It threatens our jobs. It threatens our futures. We can go to jail for the rest of our lives over shit like that.
Yeah, even if it's something that wasn't our fault, it can ruin our life because of people not paying attention to what the hell they're doing behind the wheel of their car and getting themselves or someone else killed because they didn't know what the hell they were doing and had no place operating a vehicle in the first place. So this type of shit tends to get to us.
Yeah. Yes, Pikachu, we are continuing the session.
All right.
So yeah, cut back to the wolves just being in Krusk's baby Bjorn of a goblin mother.
All right.
Now, the worst part about this is that no one's gonna question it because Krusk's a lizard folk.
You guys probably won't, but I guarantee villagers and townsfolk will.
Anyone who knows how lizard folk are.
What color is the wolf?
The wolf is gray.
Is it like a typical gray wolf?
Like
yeah.
Black?
Or they're just gonna see a big. They're just gonna see a pouch of goblin skin and then a big gray fluffy tail wagging out of it. You say, "Oh, is that a baby?" Then they see the tail.
All right, so you guys head into town.
So,
or into the city.
We're here. I assume that they are. I assume that some of the people are going to go to the library.
I could not. What's your signal like right now? Because
can I go to the library?
Is it bugged out again?
Yes, it was getting very robotic. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Okay. Yeah, I said I assume some of us are going to go to the library, and then I started to say Krusk is going to go to the local inn.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the library. Could I roll an investigation check to see if we find something we need there for the note?
We'll go to the library too. So they're not lying.
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Roll. Does an 18 work?
24.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yes. So you conduct, like, you guys head into the library and ask the librarian if they have any knowledge on the language that is written on the letter that you have. And they inform you that
That's what I was gonna say. I was
unfortunately they
surprised
do
they
not
didn't talk to
have
the librarian.
anything here at their location, but the library located in the capital should have the information that you are seeking.
All right. Well, at least we know we're going the right direction.
I'm going to take Krusk from the inn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the inn with Krusk.
Alright,
Okay.
so is it cutting back to me?
Yes. So you guys are heading
Yeah,
to
we're
the
back to
inn,
it.
Alright.
or one of the
Krusk
inns
is
as
gonna
an
squeeze
individual.
in the doors.
And the door just
Krusk
turns
is gonna
to dust.
squeeze in the door.
The doors of the inn
At
tend
this
to
point,
be double wides, so, and a little bit taller because of the fact of travelers and all that, and they feel like they know that lizard folk exist, so, and other tall races, so they've built the inns to be able to accommodate the larger folks.
Okay. So, at this point, Krusk is no longer carrying the wolf in the baby Bjorn. He's going to ask the bartender or innkeeper, whoever's at the counter, if any bounty notices or hunting notices have been put up with a reward.
The tavern keeper looks up from what he was doing behind the bar and informs you that unfortunately, no. We do not have any notices that have been posted lately. Things have been actually relatively quiet as of late.
Krusk is going to sigh and say, and he's going to ask for he's going to ask for a drink and a large bowl of water.
The tavern keeper gives you a large bowl of water and asks, "What size ale are you looking for?"
Krusk is going to look at him, and he's going to gently pick up the guy's hand and put his hand up against his for a size comparison, and he's going to say, "One about that big."
So, what would that probably be? Like the big.
Probably I'd say a cask.
Just give me 1 sec. Trying to. There is. Oh, probably an invention here, isn't it? Nope. So probably like a gallon of ale.
Probably more.
Like how many gallons are you probably thinking?
I'm thinking 2.5.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Because you got to remember how large. You got to remember how large the stomach and appetite of lizard folk are. And Krusk is abnormally big for a lizard folk.
Are you like one of those barbarians that can go giant, or are you some other class?
Originally, yes, but because of the party composition after more people joined and it reorganized, I swapped over to fighter, and I'm gonna go into gunslinger because it's hilarious that Krusk started to turn into King K. Rool.
Alright, So that's gonna cost you about 5 silver pieces for the size that you're looking for.
It's half gold, right?
Yes, it's half a gold piece basically.
Alright, he's gonna give him 7 silver pieces.
What you doing, Karma? Huh? What you doing, goofball? What, is there a fly or something? Is that what you see? Yeah, it's a fly. Just get back on your seat, goofball. Come on. Get over there. Go on. I'll try getting the fly out of the truck later. Those things are a pain in the ass to get out on their own.
Since the large bowl of water, he's going to begin gulping down his ale.
Getting all robotic again. The bane of being a truck driver and trying to be on Discord at the same time while driving.
Yes. Well, I have satellite internet connection, so if using my, because I wouldn't even connect it to the call because how badly it is.
Yeah.
But can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
We can hear you better right now.
Now we can.
Okay. I was saying, Krusk put down the large bowl of water for the wolf to drink, and he's going to start carefully gulping down his ale. If anyone looks closer at him drinking, you'll see it's actually very interesting how Krusk drinks. Because crocodiles do not have cheeks, they do, however, have mouth pouches like seagulls.
Huh. Interesting.
So he's being careful not to make a mess.
Yeah, I mean, didn't your character basically end up doing something like that when you were in when I ran you guys through Lost Mines?
Yes.
You tried to gulp down it, and like you ended up spilling like almost half of what you were trying to drink. Because you just tried, like you basically just tipped your head back and tried to pour the whole thing into your mouth and just spilled a bunch in the process.
Yes. So Krusk learned.
There, goofball.
So what's everybody else up to?
In order to decide that, I DM'd Chaos about something.
Oh, didn't see it. So.
No, he does not know Krusk's 3 sizes.
Wait, what?
Chaos knows what I'm talking about.
So
I got the joke as well.
So Samir, you
I
don't
didn't.
find anything out about any disappearances at
Damn.
this tavern. Like they don't have any.
Something tells me that side quest is gonna take a while. With literally
Probably.
no clues.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys are all at the tavern. So what else?
Drinking time.
Fuck.
2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, that's 14 dice. Ooh, tail. Got it. Got the tail.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with a significant douchebag.
All right. So,
Yeah.
So Krusk is
This
drinking
guy
his ale,
on
so-
his
Yeah.
yeah, sorry. This guy on his fucking 4x4, I think and it's a Toyota like flatbed truck with the toolbox in the back. This piece of shit just cut me off in construction. He has extra large shocks on all of his wheels. He also has oversized ATV wheels, and he has super low profile rims. So his rims are almost to the end of the tire.
Oh God.
Did I mention the rims are spinning rims?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you say compensator special?
And he's got a Tennessee license plate. So, you know, at this point it's just, I'm a gangster, brother. I'm a real OG, you hear? Come on. Oh my god. He has the fucking nuts on the trailer hitch.
Oh God. Alright, so can we get back?
He has an extended Sorry. This guy is just an absurd douchebag.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
So what's this about disappearances?
Oh yeah, at session 0. So when Chaos first told us about Shadow of Chandoria, he asked why were we particularly on the island, and my reasoning was a mission from the Bloodhunter Order I was a part of. And that's what the disappearances are from. I'm supposed to hunt down what's causing this.
Did I ever tell you guys why Krusk was on the island?
No. I just imagine he swam over because he was hungry and smelled apples.
Yeah. That sounds like good plan. Good
He
idea.
smelled
Why he's
apples, so he pushed the ocean out of the way to walk his happy ass over.
Bro walked over thousands of miles for apples.
Oh God.
No, the reason Krusk was on the island is because he was taken as a champion slave fighter, and in true Krusk fashion, decided that he was no longer interested in that. So you can only imagine the scene that Krusk left behind.
Those slavers must have been brutalized.
Wait, what? Bit of an oversimplification. Bit of an oversimplification.
There might not even have been any of the slavers left after Krusk was done with them.
I'll let you guys draw your own conclusions. Basically, he's looking for his younger sister.
Krusk is the reason for the mysterious disappearances.
Yeah, he is people.
I'm screwed if he's the reason for the disappearances.
You just look
No
over
problem.
to Krusk.
I won't help you.
Just a blank expression. You just see darkness in his eyes.
Yeah, no.
Visions of hellfire from staring into his
Krusk,
eyes.
do you know anything about missing people? Krusk reflecting his mouth. No.
I mean, they were
Krusk
slavers.
just-
They weren't really nice people. Generally, for the most part, they're generally.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
it-
probably would. That probably. If
it
was
wasn't-
just slaver. Wait,
It wasn't just the slavers. It was also the rich people that came to watch.
Yeah, I don't think the Bloodhunter Order would really care about that. Chalk it up to an assassin. No one really likes the
Yeah,
rich.
they're probably looking for like people that like of the poorer classes. They're just disappearing, like simple farmers and stuff, like people like that.
Yeah.
You're running the mill civilians,
Yeah,
basically.
The other thing that Krusk is here on the island for is he's looking for his younger sister that was also taken.
Oh, that's. But yeah, seriously, if Krusk was the reason for the disappearances, I'd rather fight a demon. Honestly.
Funny enough, a demon was one of the things Krusk fought in the arena.
Alright, so
As I said, rather fight a demon.
Alright, so let's get back to this. So we can continue this on and try to get as far into this before Krusk has to go when he arrives at his company's terminal.
I am in 5 mile an hour, periodically stopping lineup traffic. We've got time.
Oh, that's just lovely. You put yourself on off duty and and probably not even go on the drive line the entire way through if it's stop and go and staying at 5 miles an hour.
Honestly, like right now, I'm creeping up at 3.
Yay. Although DOT would wonder how you managed to move like 6 miles on off duty.
Just responded to them. Never underestimate Krusk. No context.
I don't think that that would probably get you in worse trouble.
Right. All right, so yeah, that's. He asked them about the disappearances. I assume Krusk is still carefully drinking his beer.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd explain it to Krusk.
Gotcha.
You know, just people just randomly disappearing.
Hey, goofball.
As Krusk turns his whole head to listen in, out the side of his eye, he sees a gnome.
Oh fuck!
Just a gnome, just drinking at the bar with a couple other gnomes.
Should we do something?
I'm not gonna. I mean, maybe if we all try and hold Krusk back, it will delay him. I don't think we'll stop him, but we'll certainly delay him.
Delay him, yes.
I never said anything about there being any gnomes in the bar.
I know, I'm messing with them. I'm messing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gnomes don't exist on this island.
Oh, then Krusk must
Damn.
have this
Well,
island.
people know that gnomes exist. They do not inhabit Altmera. There are no gnomes
They used
on
to.
Altmera. Nope, they're just.
They used to inhabit the island, and then Krusk got brought over.
No.
No. So since there's no extra work here, I assume we're grabbing our crap and continuing on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you want to buy any supplies or anything before you get going.
I would like to.
Let me think. I'll think about supplies we might need, and if any of us can actually afford it.
Yeah, 'cause right
I mean,
now the party has 4 actual supplies. You have a crate of carrots, a crate of beets, a crate of potatoes, and 40 pounds of wolf meat that you can use unless you say that you've already used any of that stuff. Oh, and a barrel of apples.
How much would a potion of healing cost? Of greater healing, because that's all I'm finding.
I think regular ones are I think regular potions of healing are 50.
Yeah, but the normal ones aren't showing up.
Yeah, that's.
Oh wait, there it is. It's in gear instead of potions for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Krusk can seduce the merchant and help reduce the cost. You just see Krusk put on a fake mustache.
My name is Christus Sister.
Yeah, this potion of healing is 50.
I mean, I might want to get some like studded leather armor.
Studded leather armor.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's gonna run you about 45 gold for studded leather.
Studded leather, 45 gold. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I can afford 45 gold.
Okay, I'm buying one too.
Krusk would like to wink at the merchant and blow them a kiss to see if he can get the price down for them. which doesn't work out very well considering Crust doesn't really have lips.
The merchant is creeped out by what Krusk is doing.
Krusk is like trying to wink at him sensually.
And averts his gaze from Krusk.
Okay.
He's trying to ignore the crocodile man.
I'd imagine I'm talking to a different merchant.
And for how many?
So
how much I can sell leather armor?
My way into like a lower price.
Yeah, and I'd like to sell the leather armor that I have.
As long as you get the crocodile away from me, I'll give you to it for free.
So you can sell the leather armor you currently have for about 7 gold.
All right.
Hey, goofball! Don't be trying to lick off paper off of the floor. What is wrong with you?
A lot.
Fucking dogs. What? Go on. Get up on the seat, goofball. Go on, Karma. Go on.
Yeah, the merchant I'm talking to. Could I make a charisma check to see if I can get the potion of healing for cheaper?
Yeah. Roll for it.
Okay. Rolling time. I got a 19.
The merchant agrees to take 10 gold off of the price.
Oh. Nice. Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah, I'll just buy it for 40 gold. Okay, well, I got a potion of healing now. I'm gonna start using the Mastiff for the reason I got it, to hold stuff on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna put the
Mastiff,
holy...
not a mule.
You got a potion of healing. 2 of you have gotten solid leather armor. Alright. Is there anything else? Or are you guys going to continue on to the capital?
I would like to. Can I get a trumpet?
What?
It's a dumb question, but do you think I can get a trumpet?
A trumpet? As in
a trumpet.
Why?
Yeah.
You already have Crust to sing to us. Poorly, but I mean, he's the only one who knows any
Better
songs.
than nothing.
I mean, I don't even know how much.
Crust just has an EDM mix table.
What?
Just blasting Skrillex as we travel down the road. Drop the bass.
I don't even know how much a trumpet would cost you.
Considering back in like this level of technology, the amount of metal work that would be involved, you'd probably get it either custom ordered at a blacksmith because it's not a typical instrument. Most of the horns in like this era were made out of actual animal horns.
Ah.
Wait, could Crush just make a trumpet out of goblin bones? Do we want to see if he can do that?
They don't have enough large. They don't have large enough bones. Because part of the reason that a horn works is that air does not escape on the way, like to the outside of the horn, which is where the different chambers come in, altering the pitch. If you make a bone just out of horns, or say a bone out of actual animal horn, it's going to have too much air escaping, and it's not going to be what you want.
Okay, well.
Like if you want a war horn, Crust could do that. Not a trumpet.
I'll take the war horn, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess we have a goblin bone warhorn now.
Not yet. I haven't had time to make it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, anything else that you guys...
I don't think we need anything else. We have food, so we don't need to buy rations. And I
Yeah.
have a hunting trap if we do somehow run out of food. And I don't think we'd even need the hunting trap because we just have Krusk.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's the Mastiff saying, hurry the fuck up.
Alright, so if there's nothing else, you guys all head back to the cart to proceed on your way.
Alright. Along the trip, I'm gonna make him the Goblin Horn Warhorn.
Okay.
And our wolf is also going to be receiving Goblin Bone Armor.
What about the Mastiff?
That ain't my dog.
Oh, dang.
Damn, okay.
Damn.
Also, I'd say we're almost out of goblin pieces at this point.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
You know, I joked about the wolf being carried in the baby Bjorn, but honestly, I did make that Bjorn. Like this is me being truthful. I did make that Bjorn so we would have like an easy way to carry anybody who's unconscious.
Alright.
Because I thought we were gonna run into like a merchant being attacked by bandits or something.
Nope.
It's an option.
I highly doubt that any of us would be knocked out so easily.
Well, you never know. All it takes is just one stupid sentence, and then all of the goblins in the cave collectively hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so does the Goblin Bone Armor increase the wolf's AC at all?
Yes, it'll increase the AC by about 2.
Okay.
Alright. So, as you guys head out, and it takes you about 6 days to get to the capital. Along the way, you don't really encounter anything again, just like you did on the way to Woodvale.
Rust is too intimidating. Nothing wants to fight us.
So, you guys end up arriving at the capital.
Can I roll for survival to see if I can find, or to see if I could hunt any animals along the way, just so I can hold on to my rations?
Yeah, I'd also like to roll survival too.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
good idea.
Go ahead.
All of us
All right,
get to
that'll
roll
be 15.
survival.
15.
That'll be 20.
Alright. Are there any
I have a
particular
20 in
animals you are
survival.
looking for to hunt?
Well, in Krusk
Bear.
fashion, Krusk is gonna look for bear.
There.
I like how he knew exactly what I was gonna say.
You do not find any bears. There really aren't any hostile wildlife in this type of area.
Is there like boars?
There are some boars around, even some deer.
I don't know. I'd consider boar pretty fucking hostile.
Yeah, dude.
You never
see a
see a boar. They just be like, "Hey, come pet me."
Dude, Dude, have you ever seen? There's a video of so a bear just wanders into this pen, and then there's two pigs in it, and the bear just turns around and runs. He doesn't want it. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to deal with that. Boars are even more freaking aggressive.
All right, so
Yeah.
since we're all traveling caravan style, I assume I find the boars that he's talking about.
Yes.
And the deer.
All right, we're having barbecue, boys.
We're having venison and I don't know.
Bacon.
Boar.
We're having Fun fact, did you know venison is the proper term for deer meat?
I did know
Yes,
that.
I just had some venison jerky earlier.
Oh, neat.
I also had some python jerky. But yeah. So we're just gonna say that Chef Krusk split roasted the boar over a fire while marinating it and keeping it moist with apple juice.
Well, I guess I'd be making something. I guess I'd be making some pork chops.
Do you need me to roll anything for the cooking?
No. I mean, you don't have to.
Just to see
Since
how well it turns out.
Krusk, you said you're smoking it, right?
No, I'm split roasting it, like cooking it rotisserie over a fire while keeping
Oh.
the. Oh my god, this douchebag. Sorry. Someone would just flew past me driving on the median to get past the line of traffic.
Oh,
and here comes another one.
Where's the cops when you
Here comes
need
another. Probably in the line of traffic. Or at the construction I'm coming up to. Anyway, do you want me to roll anything just to see how well the the hog that I'm cooking comes out?
Sure. Roll a d20.
What do you... Alright.
Let's see what you get.
Nat 1. Oh god.
Oh, burned.
This is why Crust needs the shift beat.
Maybe I should roll that. What is it? Just a custom roll, or is it like sleight of hand?
Yeah,
or something?
it's just a d20.
Yeah.
Just a d20. Okay, maybe I'll roll to help Krusk.
Well, I have proficiency in cooked utensils as well.
Well, I mean, that's a success right there. So, I mean, it turns out pretty
17.
good. Yeah.
This is why Crust needs the chef beat.
I mean, if you're just smoking it, I mean, that doesn't really.
No, he said
no,
he's.
I'm cooking it rotisserie.
He's rotisserie style cooking it.
Yeah. Alright, well, I mean, that's a success. It turns out pretty good.
I'll take it. Krusk is going to look at a different direction, like he's looking at a camera, gives it a thumbs up, say, mission successful.
Krusk just casually breaks the fourth wall.
Yes.
What are you looking at?
Oh god, breaking the fourth wall. What are we, Deadpool now?
I guess.
Never underestimate Krusk.
God.
This Krusk joke eventually is just gonna get too out of hand, and he's literally gonna become a god.
I mean, he already has a cult.
Is.
Canonically, he has a cult in the storyline.
No, he doesn't. Not yet. There's nothing yet.
Not yet.
He already has a blessing.
Oh, I thought you were saying he already has a cult, Chaos, because of the talk we had.
No. I didn't say you had
Okay.
one already.
Yeah, we had that talk. It was the three of us. It was Pikachu, Gilgamesh, myself, and you.
Myself.
Yeah, and he said we're gonna be rivaling like other cultists, and they want to kill us because we are false believers.
No, because I am the false Krusk or something like that.
I mean, they wouldn't believe in Ghost, though. They were believing in a different like god like Cthulhu. If I
No,
remember.
no, it was they believe in Krusk or some alligator lizard man god.
Raskism.
But they said or they were gonna attack us, say I'm a false god.
Yeah, probably something like that.
So you do remember.
Somewhat.
Alright. So yeah, Krusk has a cult.
We're gonna go around trying to sacrifice people, right?
Are we
Feed
really
them to
that? Are
Krusk.
we really
That's
that
what
kind of
that's what
cult?
that's what the disappearances are. It's the cult kidnapping people to sacrifice them to Krusk.
What are you even gonna do with them? You know, target demographic short people.
Alright, so
Why do you think
can we
there's
get
no
back
gnomes on the
topic,
island?
guys?
Yeah, sorry. Alright, so we got here to the big city.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're here. We exist here again.
Krusk is playing the Sex and the City theme from a guitar that he found.
He made a guitar out of bone and frickin' the nerves of a goblin.
When did nerves become string?
Since Krusk happened.
You know, we got. You know, that's pretty solid logic right there.
No, he made it out of out of wolf hair that he got from brushing our pet dog.
Alright, so you guys arrive back at Seaside Hills and proceed into the capital. Where are you guys headed?
Where do we get our reward?
Oh, you would probably want to go back to the inn that you got I got the quest from.
Then yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Alright.
While I'm there,
Krusk is gonna go to the library.
So I'm going
oh
to
yeah,
the
that's a good
library
point.
too.
We need to
You
do
probably
that.
don't know where the library is. You're probably going to want to ask.
Oh yeah,
Krusk
okay.
is
How
gonna
about
go
this,
in the.
Krusk? Okay, Eric, you go get our rewards, and me and Krusk will go to the library.
Krusk is
Okay,
gonna
I will
walk
join
in
you
and-
when I get it.
I'm going
Okay,
to the
so-
library.
Guys, while I only have a +4 in investigation, unlike Eric, I also have advantage in it constantly.
I have investigation
So-
+5.
Yeah, mine's only 1 less, plus I have advantage. I'm
Yeah.
clearly better suited for this.
Yes. Krusk is gonna walk in a direction, assuming he knows the correct direction to the library.
I'm just gonna mildly try and hint at the correct direction while he's walking.
Krusk is gonna acquiesce.
You don't even know the right direction. Like, you probably have to ask. I mean,
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna.
Full
yeah,
confidence.
I'm gonna ask for the correct direction while following Krusk, just to make sure he doesn't get lost or end up killing someone.
Second is more likely.
If it's a short person, of course.
so as
He's,
you guys,
Krusk is never lost. It's just part of the journey.
Okay, so yeah, while following Krusk, I ask for the directions of the library.
Alright. So you ask one of the guards that's around town, and he informs you that the library is actually located up at the church on the north side of the city, just across from the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I'm just gonna try and convince Krusk to head over that direction.
Krusk is going to put you up on his shoulders so you can point the direction out.
Oh,
Go there.
this looks real. This looks a lot stupider than you think because I'm actually taller than Krusk.
Yes.
That's why it's funny.
Can Krusk even
Okay.
support that kind of weight?
Krusk is a ball of muscle. Yes, he can.
He doesn't have bone. He only has muscle.
I don't know what a ball.
He doesn't have bones. He's just gonna collapse.
I'm
His
just gonna
muscles are
roll.
so strong. His muscles are so strong. He doesn't need bones.
So yeah, I'm just walking through the town with him on my shoulders, with him guiding me to the library.
Alright. So you head on up to the cathedral for the church.
I get off Krusk's shoulders now.
Yeah.
Seeing as seeing as the door has no possibility of fitting both of us on top of the other, Krusk is gonna put you down.
Okay. So you test him, you're down, and you guys head in.
Okay.
Krusk is gonna talk to the librarian, and I'm going to tell him I need books on cooking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look for the book we'd need on the language. Should I roll investigation, or do I just find it?
Are you asking, showing the librarian the letter, or just going to try to look around and see if you find something?
Yeah, I was gonna just try and look around.
Alright.
Then roll investigation.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Krusk has the letter.
No, I walked out of that building without the letter.
Nat 20! Nat 20!
Nice.
That was a nat 20.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do look around the library and you don't find any, you find books on languages, but none of them seem to have the language, anything pertaining to the language that is on that letter.
Dude, I rolled a nat 20, so that means it, can't possibly be in this town. It's can't be anywhere in the library. I rolled a nat 20.
Just because there's no books doesn't mean there's not someone there that knows.
Oh, so it's we literally have to talk to the librarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Krusk, show the librarian the letter.
He said he did. He left. He walked out without the letter. So
yeah, one of you guys has it.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that you have.
Oh yeah. Well, oh yeah. Okay.
Hey, Chaos. Quick side question.
Yes.
Is our wolf a normal wolf or a dire wolf?
Dire wolves are the bigger ones, right? They're the ones that actually are extinct in our world.
Oh, they are extinct in this world?
No, in our world, on Earth.
Oh yes,
dire wolves existed,
IRL.
but they are extinct.
Yes. Well,
it's going to be
technically they have. Okay, so technically, there's descendants of the dire wolves that still live, but
dire wolves themselves as a species are gone.
Yes.
Kind of I think freaking chickens are basically descendants of dinosaurs.
Yes.
Wait, what?
So.
Okay. I'm gonna name her. I'm gonna name the pet wolf. I'm gonna name the pet wolf Sunny. Any objections?
Dude, that's gonna be the equivalent of the pit bull named Sugar. Or isn't it?
Nah, princess.
Or,
Fuzzy time Gibble Puffs.
uh,
Alright, so
I'm gonna
Samir,
name the Mastiff Jonathan.
Samir, I mean, you end up handing the librarian the letter. Like, are you handing the librarian the letter or just showing it to them?
Yeah, I'm just showing it to them.
Alright, so
I'm not naming it Sunny Sunny. I'm naming it Sunny Sonny.
So, Samir, with you showing the librarian the letter, they take a quick look at it and inform you that they do not know anything about the language, but there is a court magician, like court wizard for the kingdom, will probably be able to help you because the librarian can tell that there is some type of enchantment on the letter.
I'm just gonna leave the library screaming out frustration and draconic.
3 Dragonborn look over it.
Krusk
Like
understands Draconic, so
Language.
Alright, so Eric said that he was going to the tavern.
You have to take the money.
Alright, so I mean, you head into one of the one main tavern of the city, and go up to the bartender asking about the reward for the quest that took you guys to Appleton, and he informs you that you are to head up to the castle and actually talk to the steward about the reward because he is the one that posted.
Okay, so before I leave, I order a mug of beer.
So a mug of ale?
Yeah. How much?
Okay, I guess we're
Mug
heading
of
for the
ale is
castle
4
then.
copper pieces.
Okay.
Also,
so I took the I paid for it, drink it up, and go to the steward.
Alright. So on your way up towards the castle, you end up running into Krusk and Samir on their way out from the library.
Okay, guys. So if we want to get our payment, we must go to the steward in the castle. So you're up to go?
Oh yeah, we have to go there anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, because there's an enchantment on the letter, so.
Okay. So let's move.
We need the magician boy.
Alright. So, with that done, you guys head up towards
Crush
the
just
castle.
told me the dog has past tactics.
Oh god.
well, that was supposed to be a surprise for the DM, but
That's not
I
something
did
that
not
should
know
be a
that.
surprise to me.
well, that's why I asked you
Because
whether
if
it was a normal wolf or a
Oh,
dire
he,
wolf.
he joins
It
now.
was a dire wolf.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, he joins now.
Let me guess, I died.
Oh, he joins midway through the session.
Yep.
He just falls out
All
of the
because
sky.
he wanted to play Rust.
Hey man, I got some IRL friends that also have that game. What is the problem with?
Fake, you don't
Yeah,
have
but you can play
friends.
with them anytime, can't you?
God damn it. Okay, now I'm here.
It's fake. You don't have friends.
Yeah, but I got out logics.
He just kind of appears.
Sunny
Like,
disapproves.
What you talking about?
He disapproves.
Yeah, I mean, if those are your real world friends, I mean, you see them all the time. Or should be able to.
Morgan
I mean, you
just-
probably play with them almost any time. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so back to this. So as you guys approach the castle, you head up towards the castle. As you approach the gate, two guards
Morgan
step out
appears.
from either side and put their hands out, saying for you to halt. What is your business here?
I didn't hear. Which place is this?
The castle.
The castle gate.
The castle. Got it.
Yes.
We're going to collect the reward for killing the goblins in Appleton.
Crust holds out the bugbear head.
Oh, that's
look
probably
at
not
you
a good.
And
God damn it, Cross.
the guards look at you and ask, "It's like, if this is true, you should have a letter from the mayor."
Oh yeah, we do have
that to us.
Oh yeah, I have that. I pull it out.
You hand
Crust
the
is
guards
still
the letter,
holding out the bugbear head.
They look at it for a minute and say, "You may open, say for the gate to be opened, and you can proceed into the castle. Just head straight ahead."
Okay.
And the steward will meet you inside.
Word. Okay, so we go to the steward to collect our reward, I guess. And let me guess, Krusk is still holding out the bugbear head, isn't he?
If we're walking, he still has it in his hand, but he's swinging it along like a pom-pom.
As you do that, passing by the guards look at you like, "What the hell is wrong with him?"
More than you'll ever know.
What's normal with him?
His reasonings are beyond your comprehension.
Alright.
Yeah.
So as you proceed through the gate, you head up towards the castle and head in through the main entrance.
Castle.
And are greeted by the steward, an elderly gentleman with what. Upon seeing you guys enter, he looks at you and asks, "What may I help you with?"
I'm just gonna say to the group real quick, if I walk up there, they're probably gonna assume I'm a threat, so I'll just hang back here with Sunny, and I just sit down and start petting Sunny.
Okay.
We got any people here that's good in talking? Cause I'm good at swinging, not talking.
I'll do the talking, unless does anyone have a higher charisma than +1?
I have
I'm
+3.
a warlock.
Okay, just leave it to the warlock.
Okay, let's let the warlock do the talking then.
Warlock is in
And
the
if he
day.
says something stupid, we bash him over the head.
With the head, we bash him over the head with a head, and I hold up the bugbear head.
Yeah, you better not do any threatening, okay?
Oh yeah, we have a warlock.
I
Didn't
have
know
no
that.
plan doing that.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
just
you're
playing
AFK.
fetch with Sunny. I'm
Let me guess,
throwing
with
goblin.
the head.
No, not the head. I'm throwing a goblin skull and having Sunny bring it back.
Who's Sonny?
It's the closest thing
Yeah.
I have to
Our
a ball.
dog.
It's the wolf Krusk
Oh, yeah.
tamed.
It is our pet direwolf. He is Sunny, and
And-
he is now my child.
He wasn't,
If
he
anything
wasn't there
happens to
during
him,
the
I will.
raid.
Where's my owl bear?
There's no-
It's still
he's
an
dead.
egg.
If anything
Oh,
happens to
I
Sunny,
forgot
I
it's
swear to
that
God,
bad.
I will
ate him.
eat whoever does it.
If you want
Kill
one.
the machine.
I'm gonna skip
Yeah,
your egg
you
part and
still-
just tame a new one. No one can stop me.
We also have a mastiff that I named Jonathan.
Not a bro, son. Oh, fuck.
A
Jojo.
dog with her tail. And then of course she tries to bite it.
Ah yes, dog.
Okay, so are we gonna go talk to the steward to get our cash?
First thing I will do this.
as you approach Stuart,
Yeah,
he
I'll
looks
go
at
up.
you.
I'll go up with them.
Right, so as you approach him, and he looks at you and asks, "What are you doing? Like, what is your business here?"
We're here to claim. Oh well, wait. Eric, you do the talking.
The
You're the
talking?
warlock, right?
No, I'm not the warlock. I'm the ranger.
Oh wait, who's
Spectre is the warlock.
Spectre, you
Krusk,
do the
why am I
talking.
hearing Van?
That's Krusk.
Yeah, no. Why? I'm hearing it.
He probably has his window down.
Oh.
Me?
Yeah. Either that or your air conditioning's blowing right on your mic.
Oh, here, let me adjust the vent.
Yeah, I tend to always have my vents pointed away from me.
It's 107 right now.
Oof.
Oh. I hate American, but that doesn't sound good.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
It sounds like the average Texan day in summer.
He's in Tennessee.
I'm in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, then you're fucked.
It's 101 in the shade.
Yeah, for reference,
Okay, yes,
to people
yes,
who don't
okay.
use Fahrenheit, that's 41 Celsius.
Yeah, but that just sounds like your average Texas summer.
Charging battery.
Yeah, but not Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm glad I
Yeah.
don't go out to Arizona, like out to the West Coast, like heading out to Arizona, because of like the temperature
Yeah,
today were
Arizona-
It was
Arizona.
100 and it was 123 or 24 when I was in Phoenix last.
Fuck. I'm glad I
Yes!
don't go out that way because I drive a big easy bake oven on wheels in those type of conditions. I don't think even my truck's AC would be able to properly keep up with that. The APU
Like you
definitely
open the
won't.
door and like the moment you open the door, it was just always present, like a fog.
Shit.
Like you were walking into a sauna. Like
Damn.
and of course there was a
Okay.
few people, but it's a dry heat.
Dry heat doesn't mean shit when it's like 120 degrees in the sun.
Exactly.
It would make me regret my decision that I always wear pants rather than having shorts.
Well, I was still going to be wearing my jeans even though I was sweating like a fucking pig in them, because when it gets that high, the bugs bite you and try to drink your blood to stay hydrated.
Yeah. I mean, I wear jeans because of the fact of having to go in and out of a refrigerated trailer from time to time with these loads that I haul. So I do it to protect my knees from the cold floor.
Exactly. Because that shit'll take the skin right off your legs.
Plus,
Okay,
also in case of ice in
so
the trailer, if I
session,
fall, it will protect my legs from
Guys, the
being torn up.
session.
Right, yeah, sorry,
Guys, the
let's continue.
session.
Yes, we took care of your goblin problem over near Appleton, and we came to
Yeah.
claim the rewards of that.
Krusk waves the bugbear head up in the background.
Well, Stuart looks at Crush, gets a slightly disgusted look, and then focuses back on the rest of the party. And asks,
Just the two
if
that walked up.
If it is true that you are the ones that dealt with this problem, you should have received a letter from the mayor. May I see it, please?
I once again show them the letter.
He takes the letter. Stuart takes the letter from you, looks it over for a minute, and then reaches onto his belt and pulls off a coin pouch filled with gold, it totaling to about 75 gold each.
Oh, okay, nice.
Shows up, takes money, and now leave.
Did he just
was
collect the money and leave? Oh, he didn't leave.
it was just for a joke. Please don't hurt me.
Okay, can I ban him already? Can I?
Alright, so you got it in the money.
Okay, alright.
Also, guys, we also need to find the court magician dude for the other letter.
Court wizard. Yeah, for the letter
The
that
court
you got
wizard.
from the bug, that you found from the
Wait.
bugbear.
Gonna take a look at the party real quick. Why
Like-
don't... Ah, shit, I forgot. We don't have a bard in this one. I was about to say, how about we just give him the bard? But we don't have one anymore. That's my other party, then.
So is the court magician just there?
No. You probably would
let's
have to ask
go.
the steward where he's at.
Hey, also, we got this other letter from the goblins, and we need the court magician to read it, because it
you mean
has
the
an
court
enchantment. The court wizard, sorry. It's like,
So-
we don't know what it says. We need to know.
So he looks at the letter that you're now showing him, and the steward informs you that yes, the court wizard is out in the king's library / his workshop that is out in the castle yard. Just go outside and go to the right, and it is next to the garden.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
As I'm following the Krusk's tail accidentally bumps like an armoire. You just hear a loud shift.
You stop saying you're doing stuff that I'm not even setting a scene like up in the scene. Like there is nothing that you pass. Like the
Damn.
entranceway is just empty. It's pretty much
He's
empty.
wagging
It
his
says
tail, and he hits one of... And he hits
Since
one
we
of
were in a
us.
castle, I figured he would have like tables, like arm tables. and
not
shit.
near where you were because you stayed back by the door.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
while
we'd
we're-
already continued on.
No.
While... Yeah, Krusk, while wagging his tail while we're leaving, just hits Morgan.
Well, I guess that's just for not showing up.
Right in the
1d8
face.
Just get flown against the wall.
Oh no, it's Krust. That's a blunt weapon. It's 1d8.
No!
Do it!
No!
No.
No!
So with being informed of where to
so
go
lovely.
to see the court wizard, you
Okay.
guys head out of the castle and head down to
Yeah, I'm
head to
following.
the castle yard and arrive
Yeah.
at the library that's within the castle. So and you enter and
So do we see him right away?
yes, as you enter you see him
Yeah.
on the far side of the room from which you enter. You see a middle-aged man. He appears to be in his 30s to 40s, reading a book at a table.
I slammed the letter on the table, then like tap my finger on it.
I slam the head down and tap my finger on that.
Not that, dumbass! We're talking to a wizard, not the local guard sanctum.
The wizard looks up from
He
his
might-
book,
He,
sees
he
the
might
book
know
in their
speak
head,
with
and
dead.
visibly recoils at the sight of it. And says to you, "What is the meaning of this? Get that filthy thing off of my table."
I'm just
look
gonna pick it up and
across.
throw it out the window.
I just look at Krusk. Okay, well, I don't know what he's doing with the head. We
I'm
need
gonna
you
try
to
and throw it out a
decipher
window.
this enchanted letter.
Before he has a chance to answer, Krusk is going to ask him, "Do you know speak with dead?"
What?
What?
I
The
just look at
wizard
Krusk confused.
looks at Samir, completely ignoring Krusk. A look, still a bit of a look of disgust on his face at the bugbear's head still being on his table.
I'm gonna... Can I throw the bugbear head through a window? Or out the door?
Krusk is gonna kill you, but sure.
It's a bugbear.
I am willing to take the risk.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I don't know, I just
Are
want to
you
get
sure about that?
I would.
I know he has
remember,
a shotgun, but I have rage.
Just remember, if you take away my bugbear head, I'll still need a head to replace it.
Damn, I am friends, but damn.
I'm open to sacrifice, Morgan.
Why?
Twice, the only option.
I know I escaped death multiple times in your campaign, but still.
No. Enough.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick it up and give it to Krusk and say, Wizard don't like heads on table, so don't give head to on table anymore. Smart.
God,
No.
I won't give head on the table.
Dude, that sounded so wrong, Morgan.
Yeah, it
I know.
sounded very wrong.
Do you even know
I
what
just
the hell
thought-
you were just saying?
Sadly, I do. I know enough, so that's why I gotta.
You
Wait,
dumb
wait, I need to vote for
He was so wrong.
I think I can pause.
myself.
It's okay, Morgan. I don't think even if I wanted to, I don't think chaos would allow me to give head on the table.
Okay, let's change the sentence to put head on table.
Okay.
So, hey, I'm just gonna.
Alright, so
Okay,
we're
what's the
gonna
quickest
back
way
to
I can
guys,
kill my
please.
character? I'm gonna Google that now. I'm gonna Google how can I kill my character within 5 seconds.
Oh god.
Jump out the window.
Take a knife.
How
Anger
to
control.
Crust.
kill your
Anger
D&D
Crust, you'll die in one.
character. Okay, let's see.
Okay. So Can
Oh,
we get-
massive
can we get
damage.
back on track,
strength
guys,
drain.
please?
Yeah, go, let's get back on track.
So-
Get back on track.
You said that the wizard never answered me when I asked him if he knows Speak with Dead.
No. He just completely ignored you because
He
of the
just-
fact that you were leaving that bugbear head
Thing.
on his table after he told you to get that disgusting thing off. So
I was
Oh.
just following someone else's lead. I originally thought we were going to ask him to translate the letter, but instead he just slammed it down and pointed at him. So I just matched that energy.
Nice, Tamir.
so
I want to
So
kill
the
my
wizard
character.
looks down at the letter, then looks at Samir, and asks, "Why would you just slam this down on my table? What makes you think I'm
Dramatic
going to help?
effect.
Or what makes you think I'm going to help you when you just walk in here unannounced and slam things down on my workstation?"
Money.
Krusk is going to offer him an apple.
Yeah, that will help.
I know, but I don't think that's gonna do anything.
The wizard continues to ignore Krusk.
Look, buddy, this could be an extremely important letter, and we'd never know without you translating it. This could result in a lot of damage to your kingdom if left alone. You want to take that risk? Be my guest.
I'm going to say roll for persuasion.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, nice one.
It was a 16.
That's a pass.
Could I give him the help? Oh, okay. I was going to ask to give him the help action.
I don't think
guess
Frost
that was
would be very
unnecessary.
helpful.
Yeah. So he looks at.
It's later where I'm going to put the head back on the table.
Samir for a minute. He thinks, and it says, "You make a valid point." And he picks up the letter and actually begins to examine it. After about 5 or 6 minutes of looking at the letter, he informs you that, unfortunately, I cannot do, it will take me a couple days to be able to figure out what this enchantment is and break it on this letter so we can try to figure out what is written here. Because as far as I can tell, the magic that was used on this letter makes it that only the person or creature who was supposed to receive it is able to understand what is written here. You will have to come back in a few days' time while I work on this.
I completely understand. I'll be back then.
Alright.
Krusk is now holding up the head by the hair, motioning to it. Just
Eat it.
Hey, wait, do you know necromancy?
Wizard looks at you guys and says, "No, I do not know any spells like that.
Don't we
I do
have
not know
a...
speak with dead or anything that would allow that. So please, get
Krusty
that
is
head and
severely
get out of my
disappointed.
office."
Well, it was worth a shot. Let's leave.
You know, let's go. Let's go.
Maybe
Like,
we
like,
should have captured.
as you make it to the door, he calls out to you, "Do not bring him back with that head when you return."
We
Krusty is
won't.
gonna like mime the mouth opening and closing, walking backwards away from him, maintaining heavy eye contact.
Medicine Society here, right here.
Yeah, we do not intend to bring him back here. Don't worry. I'll come alone.
Oh.
Yeah, Krusk is the definitely the lead degenerate of this party.
I don't know about that. Chris just
mean,
doesn't live by the same rules everyone else does.
It's not like the goth rules either. It's just like sheer stupidity.
God. All right.
It's not necessarily stupidity, just simple-mindedness.
So,
No brain.
leave the
No
library.
brain, pure muscle, and a shotgun.
So, I mean, you guys leave the
You still have a shotgun?
workshop. Where are you headed to now?
I want to use
let's
my
head back
cash
to the.
to buy a weapon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's go see if
Wait.
they have anything
Hold
else
on.
posted we can do.
Hold on, wait. Could I once again look for clues on the disappearances?
From our cult?
You could.
Can
I'm going to help him as I know about the disappearances.
As he overheard me talking about it. Well, no, I told him.
Can
You
I
also
go to the blacksmith
Oh,
and
yeah.
try and buy
That's
a better
13.
axe?
I doubt I'll actually find anything with a 13.
Yeah, you're not.
Krust, you also do investigation.
Guessing that's 20, I'm gonna laugh.
It's gonna be a nat 20. It's Krusk.
I said it, so it better fucking happen. No.
It's Krusk. Of course it's gonna be a nat 20.
Krusk would also like to mention, or would also request that he asks about a sapphire-scaled lizard folk female.
What?
Who are you asking about this? Like, where are you guys going that you're trying to find out any of this information? Because you just left the Wizards obviously.
I'm leaving that to him.
Well, I'd say to look for this information, we'd go to places like the Inn, the Adventurers Guild, maybe ask some of the townsfolk.
I want to go to the blacksmith and buy a better axe.
Maybe,
luckily the blacksmith is right next to the. Is actually right.
Maybe the homes
in
of the people who
town square,
disappeared.
Right next to the inn.
Oh, I'm gonna walk to the blacksmith.
So you guys head down to the inn.
I split off so I can
said
go to the
4
blacksmith.
different things.
Well, I'm gonna say that you guys start with the inn.
Okay,
Except for Morgan,
yeah.
who heads to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
How about we make an investigation check for each one?
Except for me.
Okay.
For each different place. Okay. Yeah.
Do I also have to
you
roll
did.
since I'm going to blacksmith?
I already rolled for the I already rolled investigation for the inn. Krusk, since you're helping, why don't
does
you
it
roll?
count for...
Wait, you're on your phone. Someone needs to roll for Krusk.
I can roll.
Oh, okay. Then just roll your investigation.
Okay.
Let me guess, it's gonna be really low.
I have a +1.
Oh.
Yeah, I have 5.
He
Why do you think I tried giving you the help actions? Why do you think I have tried to give you the help action so you have advantage?
I already have advantage. Wait, would I get double advantage?
No, advantage doesn't stack.
Roll 4 dice.
No, I think it's 3 dice then.
The thing is, advantage doesn't actually stack.
So it'd be more useful to give the help action to.
What are you rolling?
Arrow.
2D.
I'm gonna shake my own hand and give me advantage.
It's not 2D20K 1 plus 3. What the heck?
2d20k, it's 1
did
plus
you
3.
do?
That's how you roll advantage when you type it.
Oh, you type it.
Yeah. It's 2d20 keep highest 1, which is the same thing as advantage.
Ah. Okay.
So are you willing to give me advantage? Chaos?
Yeah, sure.
What?
Alright, so here, I already rolled
Well,
once. I'll roll
Well,
again.
it's Krusk anyway,
Alright,
so why not?
I got a 17 this time.
That's 2 17s, a 16, and a 13.
And a 0 from me, because I didn't do shit.
What else is new?
Does the four of us? Does Krusk smell anything suspicious?
No.
Okay.
Does Sunny smell anything suspicious?
No.
No.
Do I find
Well,
anything?
Sunny has
wrong?
passive. Sunny has a passive person.
I mean, you do ask some of the
Can you hear me?
townsfolk about any disappearances, and they inform you that there have been no such occurrences within the capital.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay, what
Maybe
about the
capital's the wrong? It's like
what about
They-
the sapphire scaled female lizard folk?
yeah.
They
Why
inform
does
you that they have
that-
not seen anything or heard any rumor or any information about.
Because I know you're a bit behind, Morgan. That lizard folk he's talking about is Krusk's sister.
Ah.
I was intentionally
Cross
leaving
floor.
Morgan in the dark.
Oh, because it was. I'm sorry if I knew that you were.
No, I wanted him to ask me.
Like,
Oh.
who the fuck is that? I don't matter. Currently at the blacksmith looking at axes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
so
pretty.
we know that these
Weapon.
disappearances have happened, but not in the capital.
That is
So
correct.
we know that. So we know that we probably want to look for clues in the Adventurers Guild because no one else in the capital is going to have an idea. The
Correct.
Adventurers are the only. Okay, let's head to the Adventurers Guild.
Quick questions, Tamir.
Can I
Yeah.
please buy
Did you
my
tell
axe?
Morgan in game or out of game?
Out of game.
Okay, that's what I was.
So I
He's
know.
currently at the blacksmith, so
Okay, so in games, Tamir, you're the only one in the party that knows about my sister.
Yeah.
Outgame.
I just wanted to double check.
Outgame.
Oh, wait,
Everyone knows, but in game. Oh.
What if your sister was one of the people that fell victim to the disappearances?
I'm hoping not, because the last time I'd seen her, she was literally being taken on a boat by one of the slavers that escaped. On one of the rich client's boats. With said rich client.
yeah,
Huh.
so
Okay.
probably so she's not gonna probably be on Altmera. Like she's probably gonna be one of the other continents then.
Damn. Okay.
Till next
Alright.
time.
Well, at least we know for sure that the disappearances have happened in Altmera, because that.
That's probably just a bigger cold and different, also in different continents. But at least it's they're happening doing shit here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's all roll investigation for stuff
And a donut.
in the Adventurers Guild.
Wait, we roll investigation?
You don't have
I
to.
please
Chaos?
I'm
buy my
supposed
axe?
to roll unless I say
Chaos?
roll, so
I was like.
Can I
asking
say
Chaos.
something?
I was
please?
trying to ask Chaos if we should.
Can I say?
You don't need to.
Can
Okay.
I do something real quick?
What?
Like buy my axe and
Wait,
then
Russ?
join up.
Yeah.
No, join buy axe, join party again to Adventure Guild.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll something?
What weapon are you looking for?
Great axe. What else? Barbarian.
Alright.
Looking for my weapon of
Great
choice.
axe is going to cost you about 30 gold.
Plus 1 or 2. What are those prices?
For a plus 1 or 2, it's going to cost you 40 for a plus 1.
And 2? If that's possible. If not, I'm just gonna buy the
It's
one.
gonna be 50 for a +2.
Yeah, I'm getting the +2.
Alright.
Did we get
I
any
think I have enough for
for
+4, but I'm not going.
We're
OP
going
mode.
off of milestones,
Yeah.
Cross.
Yeah, we're not.
Oh, we
using
swapped the
XP.
milestone.
We've been using milestone.
We've
don't-
been using milestones the
I
entire
don't
time.
use.
I was
Fuck
lied to.
Okay,
pretty
I'm
sure
gonna
I told
add,
you in my
I'm-
character creation that we're using milestone leveling.
We're not using XP.
We're not using.
So I'm just gonna
experience
add
leveling.
I've been
I'm just
lying
gonna
to you.
add
know
a
who to-
Great X +2 to my inventory.
We're not.
Okay, I now have Great X +2. That should help me with some attacks. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get back to the party now. I think I had enough gold to buy a +4, but I'm not gonna do it.
Hey, Stamir,
Yeah.
you can hear the sound of bones cracking, and from
Oh.
Crust clenching his fist.
Oh, that's... Huh.
Normal.
Because there's, that's his reaction to hearing that there's no news of his sister.
What bones is he cracking?
Probably the goblin
The
bones.
bones in his hand.
Oh,
Oh,
Them.
Crust just
So-
said...
get the cleric!
Crust
as-
said... Oh, you
should
can
I do
fold
something
Thorma.
about that?
Well, I can fold myself.
Alright. So
He
as
got
you
a donut.
guys head on
Sure.
up from the inn, the blacksmith, towards the adventurer's guild, as you are passing through town, you hear a few of the guards talking about the occurrence elsewhere in the kingdom, discussing a constable of a small town, actually, that lies outside of the kingdom of Altmera.
Don't tell
Like-
me.
Well, that this town had apparently had some disappearances of late,
God damn it,
And,
it's spread outside of Altmera.
and
20 days later.
there was a group of discussing about it. A group of adventurers went to find out what was going on up there, and found that it was a bunch of cultists. And
Oh.
they're discussing that that they are kind of disturbed by the constable of the village's actions regarding the prisoners that the party was able to acquire. That apparently the innkeeper was the leader of this cult and was the one behind the disappearances of the town. And upon being turned into the constable, he just killed him right on the spot in front of everyone in the town.
Who
And the
killed
party
who?
brought back another prisoner, like one of the cultists, that they did not kill because they were hoping to find information from him. And when they turned him into the constable, the constable beheaded him right on the spot.
Oh, that sounds
And they're
suspicious.
talking about how
Okay.
psychotic this guy is, and that they would
Well,
never do
Go
such
to
actions.
certain
At
individuals.
least not in
okay,
public, not in view of the townsfolk. That is very barbaric what he was doing.
I think you
Okay,
should go and say hello.
I grabbed one of the guards by the shoulder and ask, "Where is this?"
Town known as Shadowville, to the north of the kingdom.
3 miles ahead.
Shouldn't we just go to the constable or something like that? Since he's the one instantly killing the ones with information, like he doesn't want information to get out or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they also, the guards also did inform you that while they are that why would you need to be heading up there? The cultists have already been dealt with, and the survivors have been returned to the village, but there have been those. There were some that were killed as sacrifices.
Yeah, there's definitely a demon up there.
let's just say I'm doing some investigations.
Just a quick look. Checks. See if everything's still good.
Well,
Yeah, the cult clearly isn't gone.
no, they are gone. It was a small cult.
Demon.
Well, this is our only
like,
lead for the disappearances that are.
You were just hearing them
There
just
are-
talking about, like, primarily focusing on just how psychotic the constable was, and the fact that he would just execute 2 people right on the spot, out in public view like that, no trial, nothing like that. They were disturbed by just him just basically slaughtering them.
Look, this is our
I
only
think
lead
that
for
he had to try to tell us something.
I'm trying to tell you that constable there is a psychotic fucker who will just has no mercy at all.
Well, note for self, don't get in trouble.
Yeah. It's like he will just straight up kill any criminal that is fitting of death. And cultists like abducting people from his town and sacrificing them.
I'm gonna
that
get my cat off my
ranks high
room.
on the list of I'm going to kill them right away. No questions asked.
So, not only do
Is that in response to what I said? Or what I asked?
What did you ask?
Oh, I DM'd Chaos, and I thought him saying I'm gonna kill them immediately, no questions asked, was response to what I DM'd him.
What did you DM him?
I'm
classified information, I guess.
That's not really something you guys should be doing.
Okay.
Okay, so we now have a very possible lead of why the disappearances are happening, and a potentially corrupt constable, or worse.
No, he's not.
Now let him do the
just
killing.
Psychotic.
He's overzealous.
Yes.
He's a bit angry.
Especially because you also hear from the guards that apparently his sister was one of the ones that was abducted by the cult. So, it's a little understandable why he'd be willing to take his frustration out on them so quickly and just straight up kill them.
Okay, so either this cult is still around or a very similar one has popped up.
And since the
More
first
likely the
probably,
latter.
I have a look. I'm thinking about the little area now. I have. If we find the cult in the same town, there's probably something nearby the town that's making people like, "Ooh, we have to worship this."
Okay. So we go to the town and we talk to the constable.
I'd say so. Continue on to the Adventurers Guild at least. You might find some.
Yeah, let's continue.
There.
Yeah, let's continue to the Adventurers Guild to find more information. Then we can, our next move will be made off of that.
Alright, so you guys head up towards the Adventurers Guild and head in. As you walk in, the clerk at the front desk asks, "What may I help you gentlemen, with today?"
We're investigating some disappearances.
3 miles ahead, take exit 26B and then merge left on Centennial Boulevard.
Okay.
The clerk thinks for a minute and mentions that yes, there's actually been some disappearances lately in the town of Fishvale.
Take exit 26B and then merge left on Centennial Boulevard.
Okay.
That busted my theory.
No, Fishton. Yeah, Fishton.
Fishton, okay.
With Appleton, now we have Fishton. What's next? Bradville?
No, Fishtail.
No.
What?
It's Fishton.
No, I'm
It's a
saying
very
they got
clear
Fish Chin, and then they have the village next door to them that they always compete with Prettiest Village of the Year award, Fish Tail.
Okay, let's go to Fish.
Well,
Let's go to
first, I
Fishton,
also
then we
ask
can
that
invest.
if you guys are heading out to Fishton, can
3
you
miles ahead. Stay on
do us a
Centennial
favor?
Boulevard
We
as
have
it turns
another
right.
request that was put in to transport some goods there.
Oh, well, yeah, we can do that. Make a bit of extra money.
Cash.
We could use the change.
I
And
thought
then
you were going
maybe
to say
buy
we got a
a
request
plus
from your
4.
Patreon to do something.
So for delivering these goods, you will get about 20 gold each. Not much,
Okay,
but
yeah, we could use the money. Yeah. Let's do it. We have no reason not to. We're heading to Fishton anyway.
So, with your acceptance,
Stay on Centennial Boulevard as
he
it turns
calls
right.
for one of the guild workers to bring out 2 crates from the back room and hands them to you guys. And
Can I ask
informing
what's
you
in the
to be
crates?
careful about these because what is inside the crates is extremely fragile. But it is
Okay,
very
yeah.
important, and it is very important that these crates get to the town.
Okay,
What's
so
the fragile thing?
Medicine.
okay,
Mm,
so
Oh,
since
oh yeah,
it's a
that's
important medicine
needed.
that
okay,
needs to be
so
delivered.
since it's a
Oh
fragile,
yeah, I'm protecting that with my life.
crate, it's a fragile crate. Krusk should not be carrying it because he does not know the meaning of fragility.
I was already thinking it.
What happens if I drop this crate? Huh?
No, I was already
yeah.
thinking that this should definitely not be handed to Crud.
Yeah, I'll just
Drop
carry
it,
both
and it's
crates to
gonna
the
be
car.
medicine. Like, it'll mean people will probably die, seeing as it is important medicine.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
we better go. We better get the packing peanuts. I would say.
Crates are filled
Can
with
we
straw
can we
and
go to a
vials of medicine. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hey,
go ahead and
Chaos?
gently place this in our cart.
Can we go to a local horse stall or stable and ask to buy some hay that we can pad the cart with?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea,
The
Cross.
stable is right outside of the main gate to the city. So you have to pass it on your way out to get your carts anyway, because you were not allowed to bring the carts and horses into the city itself.
Okay, yeah, let's
Alright,
go out.
I'm listening. I gotta mute.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, let's go there, pad the car, and put the crates in gently.
So it's going to cost you 1 gold piece for the hay that you need.
Who's paying?
Okay, yeah,
Who's paying the 1 gold?
I'll spend one of my gold. We're gonna end up making 19 off of this anyway, if I'm just spending 1. Well, not more than 19, because each of us are getting 20 gold pieces.
You ain't getting mine.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Probably gonna get it as soon as my character dies.
So the cart is
I
padded with the cart with the medicine is now padded. And Eric, do you mind guarding the boxes?
Okay. From the Krusk?
Well, from anything that could threaten harm to them.
Okay.
Including Krusk.
Ron, you cannot go here.
I'm Morgan this, no.
Yeah, right. Morgan, you cannot go here.
You're
banned.
expected. I break stuff, not keep stuff fixed or something like that. I don't know. I'm stupid.
Alright. So with the crates, you guys head to the carts, bought some hay to put underneath of them to try to keep them from being bounced around too much on your journey, and head off towards the town of Fishton.
Okay.
Krusk is just gonna look at him. Krusk is just gonna look at him after saying he needed to protect the valuables from him, with a look of just this bitch.
At who? Stamir or me?
Whoever said that They need to protect the fucking boxes from me specifically.
I am going to not look at Krusk.
Yeah, that was Morgan. I said everything that could hurt it.
Yeah.
And I said including Krusk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we need to protect it from people who play Rust instead of the session.
Easy.
You guys are turning into one of my friends now.
Okay, yeah, back on topic. Everyone.
Alright.
Grindy game,
So-
okay.
You guys then head out
Okay.
along the main road back west
So,
again.
which town is
Going into
Fishtown?
real life.
Number 5.
Oh, yeah, that's not
Your
too far.
first couple of days, like it's about a 6-day travel. First couple of days are completely uneventful. And as you guys are setting up camp on the night of the 5th day, you hear some peculiar noises out in the woods around your campsite.
Ooh, nice map.
I'm gonna warn them that there's a Krusk with us. It's not a good idea.
I'm
Speaking
sleeping.
of Krusk, give me a minute. I just got to the terminal. I'm gonna try to participate without leaving, as long as I can. I just gotta mute periodically.
I like how now we're just using Krusk as a threat.
It's a pretty fucking valid threat.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping as fuck. I'm just sleeping.
I'd say I'm by the fire, and I'm the one who heard the noise.
If this ends up me getting thrown, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed, but please don't.
Dude, this is gonna end up with you thrown, and you know it.
Fucking hell, not again.
Yeah, and while you're sleeping too.
Oh, they're just gonna get hit in the face by a dwarf.
You're gonna take the psychic fusion from pure confusion as you're being thrown.
No, I don't want psychic damage. It's the only damage I don't have. That I don't get half that. Oh wait, no, I'm not bear yet. I don't have the bear shit yet. Okay.
Yeah, you're level 2.
Yeah, I can't wait until I'm level 3 or 5. I don't know. So when I raise, I get half damage.
Alright.
Oh, next level, I am going to not die.
Okay. So you guys
That's
hear
what they all say.
peculiar
As long as the
noises.
beholder don't hurt me.
Roll for perception. See if you see anything.
Perception time.
I'm sleeping.
Perception.
19.
I'll roll my perception as well.
I'll roll my perception.
14 is pretty good, but not the best.
Alright.
I did not do well. I'm just entranced by the fire.
Oh, that's that's a lot of them. Oh,
That's not
geez.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
dead.
Okay, let's see how many I
guys
can
to know where
Okay,
the
let's
sounds are
let
coming
Krusk
from. I realize
handle
you
this.
guys are completely surrounded by a group of bandits.
Just snoring. I'm just gonna be laying in my pants.
Okay,
Don't
if
do
we
shit.
if I can position this right, I can hit like 4 bandits with my lightning breath.
Okay.
Wait, is that the
Well,
leader?
Screw it.
Okay. Krusk, I'm
Krusk,
gonna
who
give...
is... No,
We know who the
Playing
leader
D&D.
is, but we don't. We know and the map.
Just about. Just about. I had an hour and a half.
Okay, I am going to
Well-
point at a very specific person, the leader,
Well-
and tell
Yeah,
Krusk
but we
I'm
don't know
going
that.
to Oh yeah, could I
Characters
roll
don't know that.
investigation?
We can see which one's the leader on the map, but the characters don't know that. They just see it.
Yeah, can
You
I
just
roll
see it.
investigation to figure that out?
Well, it's obvious who the leader is. You can tell he's dressed differently than the rest of them.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Out of the
said.
woods,
Okay.
he calls out saying That's like, I know you've got some crates from the capital. Hand them over, and no one will be hurt.
I
Oh,
go to
jeez.
Krusk, put my hand on his back, and point at the leader and say, "Eat."
Well, you're doing it
Krusk
like
is
a
going to
pest.
be chaos. Krusk is going to be rudely woken up, immediately be very grumpy, and can I scream or just bellow at the top of my lungs at the bandits that I am going to eat every single one of them and use their spare parts for trinkets.
This is gonna wake
roll
me
for
up, and I'm also gonna be
intimidation.
fucking grumpy.
I guess.
I've been
roll
awake
for
the whole time.
intimidation.
I got a 16.
They clearly recoil a bit from from your screaming at them, but do seem like they're not actually going to run.
Okay, I go to Krusk and point at the leader. That guy wants to steal your apples.
I throw Morgan at him.
That's what you get for being late.
You're
Good
not
job.
throwing Morgan. You're not throwing the dwarf.
Oh,
this time.
Yeah! I've been saved by the DM.
I know, that was a joke.
Cool.
So
I will let him through.
So,
I have 2 questions for you. 1, can Sunny participate in combat?
yes, I can. You can definitely allow the wolf to participate. I mean, it's
Um,
a part of your party.
Okay. And 2, the second question, just for simplification, do you want to just have the wolf's turn immediately after mine?
Yes, we will make it that
Okay.
the wolf will be after your turn.
Alright, so should we roll initiative then?
Yes.
Why is the
roll for
wolf so big?
I've got to adjust the marker size it down. Give me a
A big man
it's
with
mo-
a
it-
big dog.
Because it's the
Comically
best boy.
large
Oh,
wolf.
shit.
Oh
Comically
no.
Let's see
large
what I
wolf.
roll.
There we go.
One sec. Let me restart.
First dice.
D&D
Okay, got an
Beyond.
11.
Yeah, let me restart D&D Beyond because it's doing the multiple roll shit.
Shit, 15 only.
I don't think
Why?
that we all rolled really bad for initiative.
Why?
It's weird that I didn't even get a nat one since I'm sleeping.
Can
I
we,
was sleeping until I was
we
waken
go.
up by a man
Okay.
screaming.
Why?
Can we
I
all
was
re-roll
I have
initiative
been waken up
except
by a
Krusk?
dude screaming on top of his lungs, and I
Why
don't
my
really like
15
it.
isn't showing?
Take your time, man.
Can we all
What?
fucking re-roll initiative, please?
Guys,
This is
do you see
D&D.
my
You get that
do you
roll,
see
you
my
get that
initiative?
roll. You forgot what game you were playing?
No, I don't
was
see
just
it.
hoping the DM would be nice.
Hey, Chaos.
What?
On my end, it said I rolled a 16 and a 4 for the first one, so I restarted my D&D Beyond. This time I rolled and it was a single result, a dirty 20. Do you want me to just keep the 20, or do you want me to roll again?
Keep the 20.
Okay.
I'm going to-
I'm
Okay.
sleepy.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I
we
had
all rolled
15,
bad.
now I
except
have
Russ.
8. Wow.
Everyone
The
rolled.
Beyond?
Okay. Yeah, we just all decided that Krusk can handle it. We're all that confident in Krusk.
I'm ashamed of my
Yeah,
life.
well, you all rolled better than the bandits. Except for the
Oh shit!
Except
Is that possible?
Brian
I rolled
didn't.
5.
So Pikachu did not roll better than the captain, but everyone else did. So everyone else is going before them.
Oh, sweet.
Why must I be like this?
Yeah.
So
you rolled
I'm
a
looking at
three-
the
you
map
have a
right now.
3 unless you didn't roll.
No, I did roll. It's just a shameful.
Yeah. So yeah, the captain goes before you. So
Alright. Hey, Chaos.
yes,
I'm looking at the map now. Which one is the captain?
captain is
The-
the one direct south.
Oh,
Captain
the only one with
Sword
a...
was an act.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only one
So
with an
that's...
actual face on his icon.
Alright, so that one would be more than 60 feet from me, right?
let's say that each like it's 2 squares is 5 feet because the tents are, particularly the one these tents here, are actually just about 8 feet. They're just a little taller, like they're just a little bit longer than an average human.
Okay, so how far away from me would he be?
Because you are.
I'd say it'd take a few
35.
turns
10,
to get to him.
15,
35.
20,
That measurement tool is
25,
wrong.
30. Yeah, it's going to be about 30, 35 feet from you to him.
It's gonna be an
Okay.
extra 5.
So, am I going first?
Yes, you're going first.
Okay. Since my trusty teammates have trusted me with the bandit leader, I will rush up 30 feet,
All right.
and I will throw my boomerang.
At that range?
He's gonna
Yep.
point blank him.
All right. Oh, you said he's
Boomerang.
30. You said he's 35 feet.
Yes, so he's just outside of that.
Oh, okay. So he's just okay. So he's within melee range then. Okay, yeah. Never mind then.
I mean,
I'll go. I'll go with
weapon that long? Because you're
the scimitar is a 5-foot reach.
okay.
Yeah, which means that they have to be within 5 feet. There was 35 feet between you, meaning there's still 5
Yeah,
feet
and-
between you.
Yes. So
Yeah, so you would not be able to reach him.
Remember, bandit.
You could almost
bandit,
poke him.
A bandit captain is a CR too, just so you're aware. So he's
which
gonna
is
have
why
some
I'm
good health.
keeping him off everyone else.
Krosk
Yeah.
is a CR 50. He'll be fine.
Then that breaks the cap.
All right.
I am about to start
roll
killing
to
a
hit.
lot of fucking bandits because I'm angry.
So I guess the wolf is going with you though too. So
Yeah,
Yes.
the wolf that it would be going with. No, wait. Oh, I have an idea to deal with the.
Wait, don't direwolves have like a
Bandit.
40 or 50 foot move speed?
50.
it's staying right next to the crust though.
Yes.
All right.
So-
Roll to hit.
Since am I rolling to hit him with my scimitar, or are you allowing
You're
that?
saying
or-
if the scimitar's got a 5-foot reach and you can be able to hit him because you're basically like
Well,
you are pretty
you said
much
there's
like
5 feet
34
between
you
them,
were
right?
pretty much 34
Basically,
feet is how far he was from where you were. So you can hit him with the scimitar. So
Okay.
just
roll
like
to
the
hit with
tip.
That's a. Okay, it pulled up a dirty 20 and a 14. Let me
the
fucking
only one it's
reset this shit
showing is
again.
14.
It's only showing a 14 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me reset this shit again.
Yeah, just reset
I-
it and re-roll
I have
again,
an
because
idea.
If it's messing up, I'm not gonna trust it having done just like that roll if it's not doing it right. If it's
Because I was about to say 20, and then it popped up 14, so I'm confused. Shit.
yeah, just reset it real quick.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Okay, so it's
Oh.
working.
That's
Can
not
we
a hit.
ca-
That does not
do-
hit.
Do you want to count that? Okay, so you do want to count that one. I was going to ask
The
if you wanted to
14
count that
wouldn't
as a
have
test
hit
or not.
either. The 14 wouldn't have hit either. So
Okay. I'm going to say fuck it and do an action surge.
all right.
I mean, yeah, we're probably going to get a rest right afterwards. We set up camp.
Alright, dirty 24. I assume that hits.
That's a hit.
Oh my god, and I rolled a 1 for damage.
Oof.
6
Damn.
damage.
Okay,
This is
I have.
something.
You hit him and cut his arm a little bit.
Alright, so now going to Sunny. Sunny has a +5 to hit and pack tactics. So it'll be 2 d20s +5. Well, Sunny just got a nat fucking 20.
Well, I'm just doing the rolls myself because I have the character sheet right here, so I can just do the rolls.
Oh, I figured I was gonna do it since.
And because of pack tactics, he gets 16, which hits.
You're not gonna count my nat 20?
No, because I'll handle NPCs, like the actual rolling for the NPCs.
I think you should forget. Since I got the nat 20 and you hadn't told us yet, I think you should at least let me have the nat 20 crit. And then after this, you roll it from then on.
Okay, fine. So.
Okay.
This is what it rolls
so
for damage, though. So. And then, according to my rules, that'd be 12 plus 3, so 15 plus 16. So that would be 21 damage.
Gotcha. So the way you do crit, it's max damage, not double dice.
Yeah, the way the way I do it is max damage plus your roll. So if you nat 20 on an attack roll, you take your weapon's maximum amount of damage that it can do. You then also do your damage roll anyway, and then you add on that damage roll to the max damage. So if your weapon does a max damage of 12 and you say roll like a 6 like this, you do 18 points of damage by my rules for a crit.
No, I'm saying take it. I'm saying here. I'm saying where's the big garbage bag? I was saying grab that because that'll have. Yeah, I'm saying use that and then use that if you still need. I'll do that. Okay.
All right.
So in this case, by your rules, since his bite is 2d6 plus 3, it would be the 12, and then you would roll again 2d6 and add that onto the 12.
It is the attack, it is the maximum damage for the actual attack roll itself, usually, plus your whatever the roll comes out to. So
yeah, so he rolled a 6
plus the 3. So at a bare minimum, you would get the 15 plus 5 more. So at a bare minimum, you can get a total. You can get 20 damage with the wolf for a crit.
I am not understanding the way you are explaining it.
Okay.
Basically,
I'm
crit max damage plus whatever you normally roll for damage.
Yeah. When you do a crit, you still roll for damage. But then you take that damage roll and add it on to whatever the max damage would be for that attack or that weapon.
Right.
So in the case of the wolf,
okay. So that's what I was asking.
So in the case of this wolf, its max damage is 15. So you take 15 plus whatever the roll is.
Chaos. Stop for a sec. That's why I was asking. Is it the max of the 2d6, which is 12, and then you roll 2d6, whatever you get, you add on to the 12, and then you add on the plus 3?
I just do straight and the max, whatever damage it would come out to, period.
He's saying you add the modifier twice if you crit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the 2d6, whatever that max is, so the 12, and then plus 3 and plus another 3.
Pretty much, yeah. You're doing them. It's basically like you're doing 2 rolls, but you're only actually rolling once, and it's just that second roll is considered a max damage roll, so that you would add on whatever that.
Okay, you're just confusing me more. Are we doing double? I'm starting to get frustrated.
Sorry.
Are we doing double dice or are we doing double modifier? You guys are saying separate
with modifier. Double roll with modifier. So.
Okay, so I was right. So you roll the 2d6 and add that on to the max, which is 12, and then you add the modifier, which is plus 3.
No. This one came out to 21. As you can see, I rolled a 6.
I'll be back when this little rant.
Yes or no? Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right.
Okay, thank you. Making it needlessly fucking complicated without answering me.
Basically, take a crit as attacking twice, and then the second attack is a max damage attack. That's basically how my
Okay,
crit rolls
you're just gonna fucking confuse me again. We've reached an understanding. It's the max of what you would normally roll plus whatever you do roll plus the modifier.
No, the modifier is factored into both, like into the
Both
roll
for the
basically
max
twice.
and the roll.
Okay, so you double the modifier as well.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck's
Just to
sake,
make
that
the
was
just to make
needlessly
the
hard.
math a little bit
I
easier. than
wrote
this
how
was.
I know
That's funny that you're
the
talking
rolls
about a
in-
little bit easier after that explanation attempt.
I was just explaining it poorly. Okay.
I'm just giving you shit. I was just getting frustrated.
All right. So now
You look in the call chat. I wrote how I think it works.
Okay, so that's our turn.
Yes.
So I did 6 damage. Sunny did 21. I think you said.
That is correct.
So it's a total of 27 damage.
Yes.
21. Wait, what? Okay, now.
Let's not go back over the math again.
All right. So Spectre's turn now.
All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action for Form of Dread,
All right.
which gives me 5 temp HP. And then I will attempt to Eldritch Blast the leader.
All right.
So 25.
That is a hit.
Yep. And then, so 7 damage, and I'm going to need him to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. 17.
I'll be right back.
Passes.
I have to make a phone call.
All right. So
Yeah,
how
that
much
passes,
do you take?
so nothing.
What do you take?
He takes
damage?
7.
Just take
Yeah,
7 damage.
he
for
takes. Yeah, he'll take 7 damage, and the additional effect doesn't happen because he passed the Wisdom save.
All right. That concludes your turn.
Yep.
All right,
I'm-
Morgan, your turn.
I'm angry that I've been woken up from my sleep, so this yellow guy is fucked. There's a little yellow. Where's my wait, my selection is going. Heck, damn it, my fucking shit's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, see this fella right here? I'm attacking him. How far away is he from me?
That one, he's about 15 feet.
Yeah, I can reach that. I'm gonna charge at him. Pull out my axe. Let's get it. And start raging because they woke me up. They're gonna feel the pain now. So what was it again?
Miss.
+2 melee damage for strength. Okay. Well, here we go. 16
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
plus. Okay, so that's
I don't see his rolls.
that's 10 + 2 is 12 damage.
All right, where are you aiming
Wait, do you
at
only
on
have a
his bed,
+3 strength?
The head, of course. Why? Where would I else?
then?
Would you?
Vertical strike or horizontal strike?
Let's just say horizontal, bottom to from bottom to top.
Horizontal
vertical.
is it would be across him like you're trying to behead him.
Oh,
Vertical would be if you're bringing the axe down on top of him like you're trying to cleave his skull in half.
I'm choosing for the in half option.
Right? So you bring your axe down on top of his head, cleaving it clean down the middle as he drops to the ground.
And the orange guy's next. If I when it's my turn again.
your turn now.
Okay, it's my turn. Wait, then we isn't. What about Eric?
Oh, Eric, yeah. Oh, so
Yay.
Morgan, Morgan probably clicked next. I'm the one.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I was supposed to do that. My fault.
I'll handle
Okay,
it.
I will shoot at this one.
Which one?
This one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
26.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
The damage is 6.
So.
And I'm ending turn.
Alright. Stamir, your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to the bandit captain. So I'd say I'm just like a little behind Cross. And I'll take off my pendant. You know the one, and offer it to him.
Yes, I'm dependent.
And I'll offer it to the bandit captain.
He looks at the pendant and informs that he is only here for the crates of medicine that you were asked to deliver.
I assure you, this pendant is worth a lot of gold. Very expensive.
He informs you again that he has no interest in your goods. He is only after the medicine, nothing else.
Well, that plan didn't work. Stab him.
I throw the pendant at him.
Yeet.
We all know what the pendant actually is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not actually.
Oh, you're about to get surprised.
Oh yeah, along with our characters other than Stamir, because they don't actually know about the mimic.
Okay, never mind.
The pet mimic.
Alright, so. Throw the mimic at him?
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. There's that.
And for simplicity's sake, we'll just say the mimic goes after me. Just like Krusk's wolf.
This party has a lot of pets.
Oh, the mimic latches onto the bandit's nose. No, how big would it be actually?
How large is a? Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna search it up. Search it up.
I mean, it's a juvenile mimic, so it's not like it's tiny for sure.
Who joined? Trust.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it latches onto his arm.
Let's see. It's
You can pay now.
Fine.
Who left and right?
Okay, it's a tiny monstrosity.
What's latching onto whose arm?
The mimic.
A mimic is
The
latching
mimic.
onto the bandit captain's arm.
I'm gonna feed the mimic an apple.
I think
No,
the mimic's
they're
a little
yours. I gave them to you.
I think the mimic is being a little distracted by the fact that it is biting the bandit captain after having been thrown at it.
Yeah.
Oh, and this thing has the potential to eventually become a gargantuan mimic later in the game. So let's just all remember. That.
It just has a backpack on his back and give you stuff. Okay, open the bag.
Alright. So, I mean, is you throwing the mimic at him the only thing you're doing this turn, or are you actually doing an attack of your own?
I would do an attack of my own, but I should have done it before I threw the mimic.
Let's just say that the mimic was like. Do you have bonus actions?
Yeah, I have bonus actions, unless...
You can say that the throwing the mimic was a bonus action, so you still have your action.
Well, the thing is, the thing I would do would hurt the mimic. But I will Blood Curse of Binding it. Not the mimic, the
bandit captain.
Bandit captain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that a saving throw on his part, or do you?
Yeah, strength saving throw, DC 12. And I could amplify it, but I won't.
Okay, and he actually has.
So I won't.
11.
Oh, and it's a no. Well.
Is that a success or a fail?
That's a fail.
So he is now bound and unable to move, right?
Yeah. Can't move.
So paralyzed.
Yep. For until my next turn.
Alrighty.
I think. Hold on, let me look at that. Yeah, until the end of my next turn, it can't take reactions, and its speed is reduced to 0 until my next turn.
Alright, so that means he cannot attack for his first one, so it skips over to Brian.
Alrighty. How far away is this blue bandit?
I'm gonna say 15 feet. He's within distance of you. You can move to him. Then any attack that you have should be able to hit him at that range anyway too. So if you have anything ranged, so.
Okay. How about this green one?
It's on the others. Where is that? Which one were you clicking on? He's probably going to be about 35 feet from you or so. So I'd say go after the blue one.
Alrighty.
Well, my dog is just staring at me. What karma? Who's a pretty girl? Yeah. What are you? Okay, so they're attacking. Roll to hit.
Alrighty. Hey, not 20.
Ooh.
Well,
okay.
Miss.
Roll for your damage.
Dead.
Or roll for damage. So I don't know
So
what
it's
that
not.
is.
It's not double. It's not double dice, correct?
Yeah, just do one roll. I don't feel like bringing your character sheet up and seeing what the actual thing is. Like, what are the dice rolls with your? Anyway, with a mace. Like what dice is it, and what's the modifier added onto the damage?
It's a D6 plus 1.
Yeah, so you definitely have to roll for this. So, roll for damage. You bring your mace down on his head and cave his skull in.
Finally killed something.
Yeah. I mean, you say it's a D6 plus 1, so I mean that would have been a total of 7. So 2d6 plus 1. So actually, I probably would have just finished them off right off anyway. And that's the end of your turn. Where is this bandit? He is this one. Oops. And next closest bandit moves up to attack. And let's see. Swings at you with a scimitar and misses entirely. So, that was that.
Hey, Chaos. Quick
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
My feat is not as helpful as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Can I change it after the session, or will you let me change it now?
Change it after the session.
Okay.
Another miss.
Yeah, there you go.
And a miss. And that one's gonna do this.
Oh,
These bandits are
don't,
doing shittily on their rolls.
I am not happy knowing that the orange one decided to skip me and attacking Eric instead.
Yeah, well, it missed its attack anyway, though. Alright, now Crush's turn again.
Alright, is that bandit leader still in front of me?
Yes, he is.
Alright,
I accidentally moved him a little further back than he was supposed to be. He was supposed to actually be
I'm gonna go for another swing of my scimitar,
Alright.
and that's another swing and a miss.
Yep. Alright, and then...
Why am I rolling so shit? I'm gonna bonus action Hungry Jaws.
Okay.
Just as shit.
Alright, so then Wolf's turn.
Yep.
Nat fucking 20.
Yo. That's 3 not 20s.
Never underestimate Sunny.
Alright.
And now I know where all my good
15,
rolls are going to.
15 plus 5 plus 4. Oof. And Sonny takes a big chunk out of the bandit captain's other arm. Hurting him real badly in the process. Alright. So, Spectre, your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on this orange one.
Alright.
Let me remove that spell slot. And then I'm gonna attempt to get him with an Eldritch Blast. That's a 12.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Roll for
sweet.
damage.
Alright, so first there's this damage. And then, in addition, D6.
Completely unnecessary because because an 11 just straight up kills him.
Well, that's good then. He's dead.
Yep. Morgan,
Oh wait,
your turn.
is the bandit captain dead or is someone else dead?
Another one of the bandits is dead.
Hey, get off my keyboard, cat.
Alright, so Morgan, your turn.
Yeah, another of the bandits is dead. Meanwhile, Sonny's biting the shit out of the bandit captain.
Along with the mimic.
I am ready.
The mimic and the wolf have ganged up on the bandit captain.
To be fair, I warned them.
I start murdering stuff now.
The wolf, the mimic, and Cross, the biting trifecta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I kill something, please?
The biting buddies.
Alright, well, Morgan, your turn.
Which one is close enough? What is close enough for me to charge at and just chop in half?
Probably this
Guys.
one to your south.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
Cross,
someone's now going to die.
Do you mind if I only knock out the bandit captain and just kidnap him?
Hello,
Is
Mr. Hello,
everyone
sir.
cool if
You're
I
now
just
going to
kidnap
die.
the bandit captain?
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, I was talking to somebody. You said you want to knock out the bandit captain?
11
Yeah, I want to
damage.
knock him out and we can question him.
No,
Alright,
no,
well, you're
14
gonna have to
damage.
get Sonny off his fucking balls. Sonny's striking right for the fucking weak boys. That man ain't got too many balls left.
I'm moving my way down. The one right over here is next. He's next.
Yeah,
Alright.
by all means. I'm always
So-
glad to hear about my.
Alright, so Eric, your turn.
My cat is absolutely fascinated by what's going on screen right now.
My dog is just sitting on my passenger seat. Why, pretty
My
girl.
dog is sitting on my bed sleeping.
Yeah, my cat
Hey,
is on my
Chaos.
lap.
Yes?
Chaos. You know that? Have you seen Kick-Ass 2?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. That whole thing about the dog on his balls, that was a reference to Kick-Ass 2. You'll fucking laugh your ass off.
Alright. Alright, so Eric, your turn.
Oh wait, the bandit captain's free from the curse of binding after it gets to my turn. Oh, after my turn ends.
Alright, well, I don't think it really
That's
matters.
okay,
Because you're probably gonna do him in.
Sonny's bite doesn't end.
And then there's the mimic that can still attack him after I fail.
Yeah, so.
Wait, the mimic still isn't on the initiative.
I haven't added it, but I don't think it really matters too much, does it?
Yeah, I
It's
guess
going after
not.
you anyway.
It's just going
As long
after
as
me.
as long as I know that it's going after you, it doesn't really matter if it's on the combat tracker. So, Eric, your turn.
You know, I could have been really evil, and along with the mimic had the mastiff attack him too.
So, one question. No one attacked this one.
That one, you attacked that one.
Yeah. Except me.
Yeah.
And who is this one? What is it? Like, is it here is an enemy or our guy?
It's an enemy.
Fuck, so I
That
must
one
hit
moved
him.
in to try to attack you and missed.
Okay, so I will hit him with a short sword. 20.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Wow. 5 damage.
Alright.
Is he dead?
No, he is not.
Okay, so it's my bonus action. I'm just doing. I'm doing the another attack without the bonus 2 damage. Oh wow! Not one. Let's go.
Alright, well.
Oh,
Strike
yeah.
the bandit down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait.
Only 4 left.
Wait, he strikes him down.
No, yeah. Like I have 2 short swords, not longbow. Longbow, long sword.
Alright, so
It's bonus action.
It's your turn now.
Okay, it's my turn? Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Alright, roll to hit.
Unarmed strike.
You miss. He dodges out of the way as you swing at him.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use the longsword I'm holding in my offhand.
Okay. That's a hit.
Dodge that.
For the party's information, you can use your weapons normally. You just got to declare it's a non-lethal hit. Worst case scenario, you crit, in which you have to stabilize him with medical.
Okay, so that's 5 damage because it's a non-lethal hit. Non-lethal.
All right. Oh, you smack him upside the side of his head with the side of your blade,
Hey.
causing him to pass out.
Oh. If that didn't work, I was gonna, use my blood curse. Not blood curse. Crimson Rite of the Frozen. Gonna hit him with some cold damage.
Is now Brian's turn.
Quick question. That's the bandit leader that is now unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, time to go bash this man now.
Alright.
Yeah, that's probably gonna...
Neat. 30-20.
Roll for damage.
Yeah, after these kind of casualties and their leader being defeated, I'd say they probably would want to flee after this. This is not going well for them.
Cannot account for intelligence.
True. They might be stupid.
At this point, since I threatened to eat them all, they might just be threatening to be able to leave, or fighting to be able to leave.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd run from this situation by now. Just like this one bandit in the forest hasn't moved, and he's just been watching this whole ordeal of their leader getting ganged up on, like getting jumped.
Yeah.
Me, Krusk, and our pets have mastered the art of jumping people.
Alright. Well, they all missed. So.
All of them?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, hey, he came to me.
Their highest was an 11.
Despite being closer,
me?
He went to Morgan. He knows what's good for him. Despite us being closer, he went for Morgan.
Yeah.
Very clearly knows what's good for him. But also, he's about to get jumped by us again. This time, there's just a dwarf. That with a big axe.
Yep. So, Krusk, your turn.
Okay. Which is the closest one to me? Or how close is the closest one to me, I should ask.
I'm gonna say it's the one that's by Morgan is probably the closest to you.
How far?
30 feet.
Mine.
Oh yeah, me and Krusk could play it.
I'm going to throw my boomerang.
Yeah.
Now I fucking roll decently.
Okay, roll for damage.
Can I swap that scimitar out for a different weapon? I think the scimitar is secretly cursed. It's cursed by the souls of the goblins that I turned into a fucking baby Bjorn.
I'll bite off of you.
Alright.
Alright, so rolling damage. Alright, so that's gonna be 8 damage.
Alright.
Or no, wait, let me double check something real quick. Because I think I've been fucking up for my yes, I have.
What is?
I've been fucking up forgetting to add the +2 for any ranged attacks that I make.
Wait, is it to damage or to...
So that would be 10 damage, right?
Wait,
yes.
Which fighting style is it? It's from a fighting style, right?
Archery.
Right.
Oh, archery only adds
+2.
to
Right.
It
I'll be
doesn't
right
add to
back.
the
I
damage.
I really have
It
to use
doesn't
the
add
restroom.
for
I've been
thrown
holding
stuff.
it for like the last hour and a half.
As written, you gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with ranged weapons.
Yeah, attack rolls, not the damage. Attack roll means the +2. That's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So that'll be a
Plus the
dirty
hit.
30 to hit, and then 8
Hey.
damage.
I think
Hey,
it already
Crust.
includes the. I'm pretty sure it already includes the. Because
It
do you
didn't.
normally have a? Because you had a +9.
Did I?
Yeah, you had a +9
Hey-
to hit with it,
Hey,
which
Crust.
it's adding something.
So, I'm gonna do
Oh, okay.
something really funny, Krusk. I'm gonna use my Crimson Right on your boomerang while you throw it.
Okay. I'm gonna. Alright, you do that then?
Okay, so...
Yep.
That's 2 damage dealt to me. And... Damn. Well, fuck me, I guess, because... you get 1 bonus damage.
Fuck yeah! So that's 9 damage that the bandit's gonna take.
Yeah.
I may change that fighting style. Is there after the session if I rework this character?
Chaos.
Chaos said he had to step out for a second.
Oh.
I was hoping I'd roll at least a 2 on that.
Right,
1
I'm back.
extra damage is not worth 2 HP.
Hey, Chaos.
Yes.
So some of the stuff that I put on this character does not work the way I thought it would. Is it alright if I rework this character after the session?
Yeah, you can.
Appreciate it. So it's going to be the 28 to hit, and then the 9 damage because he added a buff onto the boomerang.
My
Alright.
Crimson Right.
Alright, so what does Crimson Right do?
I can basically trade my HP for doing more damage.
Alright.
It's an emo shot.
Oh, yeah. Also, my Crimson Right is the Right of the Frozen, and, that means it's doing 1 cold damage, and it's converting, the 8 damage that Krusk's Boomerang would do of whatever its damage type into necrotic damage instead.
Alright.
So 8 necrotic, 1 cold.
Alright,
Yeah.
so which bandit is the wolf gonna go after?
The same one he threw the
Prob-
boomerang at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the
I haven't
wolf-
moved yet. I just did my boomerang. So
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna.
attacked, so I mean you're not. So it's not
You
like
can
you're
still
not-
move after you use an action.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
can't dash.
Action, bonus action, and movement
Yeah, so
are what you
can
get on a
move
turn.
wherever. I mean, were you planning on doing a bonus action to attack, or?
Yeah, because it didn't connect. I still have my hungry jaws.
Alright. So you're attacking.
So
the
I'm
same
going
one
to.
cell?
Yep, I'm going up, and I'm gonna do hungry jaws. Give me a moment, and I can roll. I'm just cleaning up my truck after my trainee got out.
You know, we could probably finish off the rest of the bandits in this turn. If we play it right.
All right, that'll be 15.
That's a hit.
I mean, if I roll well, I will definitely kill one.
All right, that's another 8 damage.
You bite the bandit.
That one was mine.
Does he die?
Sorry about it.
Yes.
All right, I am going to bite the head off of said bandit.
Alright. So you bite his head off, and his headless corpse drops to the ground in front of you. Alright. So,
Yeah.
I mean, considering like that was actually your move, the wolf.
To
So back
Temple.
So does the so I guess the wolf then attack one of the other bandits?
I would assume so. He is the goodest boy.
You picking one or dealer's choice on this one?
Dealer's choice.
Alright.
I can't think. I don't know how to.
The wolf dashes through the camp and attacks the bandit almost directly north of Eric.
If someone would cast Speak with Animals, all you hear is "Get over here, you little bitch!"
That okay.
I'm saying that's Sonny saying that to the bandits.
He rushes at the bandit, biting it in the leg, and
That's a nat 20
clean through his leg.
Did Sonny just get 3 consecutive nat 20s?
Yes, he did.
Every single one of these attacks of the wolf.
Best boy!
The bestest boy.
Alright. So now it is Spectre's turn.
Alright.
Yeah,
I don't see much need for Hex when these guys are pretty damaged already, so Eldritch Blast the pink one.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Hit.
And good old 10 damage.
The Eldritch Blast hits him, dropping him right on the spot.
Good. That's all.
Alright. Well, I guess other than Morgan moving, he can't really do much this round because he's on the complete opposite side of the camp from the other bandit.
I mean, he could run and
cheer for us.
He could run a bit and then throw like an axe, like a hand axe or a
I'm pretty sure
javelin.
he's got a javelin, but he's had bad luck with throwing his javelin for the most part. Seems like he always tends to miss, don't you, Morgan?
Morgan.
He throws it, nat 1, it misses and hits Gilgamesh back at the end.
That's what you get for killing. That's what you get for trying to kill Sonny.
Sonny's coming for your ass. You better be careful. It's Krusk's dog in every fashion. Just ask the bandit leader.
Okay, so we've not only knocked out the bandit leader, but apparently the Krusk's dog has torn his balls off.
No, he tore the guy's arm off.
Yeah, no, I was just making the joke about having the dog on his balls.
Yeah.
Alright, Morgan.
Javelin.
Gavel in his ass.
Morgan, you there?
Morgan, wake.
I think he's
Morgan.
back to Rusk.
Morgan, do something or I'm gonna break
Swear
your
to God,
bones.
he's back on Rust.
No, he's not.
Morgan, do something or I'll break your bones.
Morgan stepping.
At this point, who should you be more afraid of? Fucking Krusk or his nat 20 dog?
The dog.
The dog.
Yeah, well, technically you should be afraid of both because they're in league with each other.
Can I skip my turn? There's no way I can do shit now.
Yeah,
throw a javelin. Throw a javelin
before he does anything.
Throw a javelin. Do it.
I would like to make a declaration to the party.
No.
I think we all can agree that the MVP of this fight is Sonny. So we all need to give him belly rubs at the end of this.
Yeah.
So if Morgan's skipping his turn, Eric, it's your
No. He throw javelin.
13.
No, 13. That misses.
It hits Gilgamesh.
Counts as a skip for me.
It just like some
Yes.
random magic teleports the
Yep,
javelin
that's
away and it
definitely a
hits Gilgamesh.
9.
Alright. Oh,
It's the magic
Yeah.
called
your
karma.
arrow pierces the bandit's heart, causing him to just drop right where he stands. Not
Okay,
even knowing
so
what the hell just hit him.
I'm gonna. So since the bandit captain's unconscious, I'm gonna tie him up.
I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go back to my tent and just sleep again.
I am already over on Sunny, giving him belly rubs.
I'm dragging the. I'm like after I pick up my mimic and put it back around my neck. I'm gonna just be dragging the bandit captain over.
So I'm checking the
Alright.
corpses for loot.
Well, as
Yeah,
you're
loot
dragging
the
him
bodies.
back over
Loot the
over
body.
to the campsite itself, he is hemorrhaging blood all over the ground. You forgot the
sense.
wolf bit his arm off.
He'll be fine. He'll grow
Kresk
back.
is gonna come over and do a makeshift tourniquet
the arm.
with,
Beat the arm.
and try to stabilize him with medicine.
Alright, roll
Not the medicine in
check.
the crates. I'll do the same.
Ignore
I
the
will wait for you.
Do you want to
crate.
do the same, or do you want to do the same, or do you want to give me the help action?
You could do.
Wait,
Yeah, I
what's
will
your
do
medicine?
medicine.
What's your medicine?
+2.
Actually, plus
Okay,
4.
yeah, I'll just give you. Oh. Is
Maybe
it
I will do
Eric?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's let Eric do it. I'll give him the help action. Who
Oh,
left?
did it.
Did Chaos just leave?
No,
Work?
that was
Chaos
Pikachu
still
that
here.
left.
Oh.
It's
Oh, who
Pikachu that
left?
left.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
someone
gotta
want to
go
take
I
to
over
was
the
a
stream
slightly
for him?
restaurant.
mildly confused.
Someone want to take over the stream for him real quick?
No.
I'm kind of.
Eric.
I'm
Wait, no.
kind of tired.
Morgan, you do it. You weren't here. You came late.
Man, I'm
here.
about to.
Never mind.
I'm
Eric
about to
is
go
already-
sleep.
Yeah, how helping action work? Is this the advantage?
Gives
So I
you
roll
advantage.
again? Or... so I
Yeah,
roll
gives
again. Okay.
advantage.
Oh, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
12.
Well,
What? Maybe he will leave. Probably.
so,
For 5
hey,
minutes.
wait. Isn't Pikachu a cleric?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't we just have him heal the bandit? He's already tied up.
I was already thinking about.
Alright,
Okay,
well,
we're trying to use
Crustnet-
medicine, but we have a
Crustnet- Hey guys, Crust Nat 20'd the medicine check. Bandit's fine.
What?
Wait, where?
Okay.
I don't see
I
any
don't see
roll
that in the
for it.
log.
Yeah.
Where's the
It's
God.
in
log?
there.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's see that.
Damn.
I don't see nothing.
Okay,
It might be that my connection is bugging out, but I did roll that nat 20.
Let's just say Pikachu's character uses healing.
Okay.
This guy's about to get interrogated, like, by...
Man, I'm tired as fuck.
Wait, okay, so I say
I'm about to go.
Crust...
Who the fuck left?
I say for, I think for the
Crust had to
interrogation,
go
it
do
should be
something, I
me...
guess, or was walking
Oh.
into the terminal. Because he's at his company's terminal
Okay.
right now. Because he had to have
Okay,
his
well, I
student get off the
guess
truck,
since-
so...
Okay, so Crust, me, and if our Warlock is still here, all the three of us will intimidate.
Okay, I had to leave for it to load. I'm putting in. I had to put it. Yeah, I am putting it in the chat, and I am tagging you, Chaos.
Okay, so
No, I think I'm good.
Spectre, me, and Krusk are gonna be interrogating the bandit.
All right, are you able to see it, Chaos?
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Maybe you need to roll it again.
Well, no, it's just, I was trying to click on the chat, then my, for some reason my screen was... My mouse was not showing, because I guess something to do with my streaming settings. It disables the mouse, my cursor, so I couldn't see it.
The important thing is that you're able to see it.
Now.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys managed to stabilize him. What now?
If
Not
he's,
only that, I
I
also
think I'm gonna go.
if he's awake, we're gonna me, Krusk, and
Perception.
Spec.
Yes,
Perception.
looting.
real
Perception.
quick. I think I heard Pikachu saying he's gonna go to sleep, or is that Morgan?
Morgan.
Yeah,
Morgan.
Morgan.
Kind of late for me and I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean you are in Europe, so.
Oh yeah, and Eric,
It's not.
you
It's
rolled
not
perception.
Yeah, for looting the bodies.
Oh, looting the bodies. I was like, I thought.
Yeah, no. They
Maybe.
intimidate. I'm looting the bodies.
Oh, okay, then
Well,
that's
I
great.
mean, you don't really find
well,
anything special. You
you
do manage to
guys
find
and-
some rations that they had on them, and
Shit.
about 5 gold pieces for each of them.
Damn, that's.
Be careful about being a loot goblin. You remember what happened to the last goblins.
3,
Okay.
Well,
Fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gold.
Krusk.
50 gold.
Krusk, you intimidate the bandit captain for information, and I'll use the help action.
All right. So Cass, I want to run something by you.
Okay.
If I threaten this captain to have Sonny bite him in the balls for real, can I get advantage?
Sure.
Since
Yeah,
since Sonny got his arm off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess Sonny, me, the mimic, and the mimic are all helping.
Alright.
Are all helping Krusk with this.
One sec. D&D Beyond is taking a bit to load back up.
Okay.
Come on. Fucking load! There we go. Intimidation. I rolled without advantage. Give me a sec. I'll roll one more time. Did I just roll 2 consecutive fucking... Okay, let me
Two 5s in a row. Wow.
Okay, so it wasn't just bugged. Alright, well... How the fuck... You know what? Can we just say Sonny rolls intimidation? So it nat 20s? Alright, here. Dice, gods of dice. It is not me. It is Sonny rolling the dice with the help action. What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say?
Yeah.
Sonny got an 18. Fuck it.
Alright.
This is bullshit.
The dog's taking all of our good rolls. It's the good boy tax.
Yeah.
We don't have any cheese, so we can't pay the tax. So instead he's taking our rolls.
Yeah.
Quick, somebody find some cheese.
Okay, so what does the bandit captain tell us?
Please, for the love of God, get the dog away from my balls.
Well, I mean, that's what you said you were going to have the wolf do. Yeah. He says that, and it informs you that it's like he's not going to tell you anything before biting down and his mouth starts to foam.
No, come on, man.
I just like take the mimic off my neck and start putting it, moving it closer to his face. Do I roll intimidation?
No, he
dead.
He just
He took a suicide pill.
He just died. Okay.
Yeah, he just straight up killed himself.
Real quick, Before you say it's already out there. Can I roll perception?
Hey, wait.
See
Can our
if he. No, let me finish.
Cleric use
Can I?
spare the
Let me
dying?
finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that only works on people who are bleeding out, not dead.
Oh.
Anyway, can I roll perception to see that he's going to bite down? And then if I succeed, can I roll sleight of hand to try to stop him?
I mean, he has
is
it
he
all the way in the
biting
back
down
end of his
on?
mouth. So I mean, what are you like? How are you going to stop him from biting down?
I'm going to put my hand in his fucking mouth. It is going to be so much worse than his fucking suicide pill.
Can your hand even fit in his mouth? Like, how big is your hand?
Surprisingly large, which is why he won't be able to fucking bite down.
You probably wouldn't be able to even get your hand into his mouth.
I'd at least be able to get a few fingers in, if not the front of my hand.
We could. Hold on, wait. We could put the mimic and have the mimic remove it. The mimic's big enough.
Will you let me do that?
Well, can we just put the mimic in his mouth to stop it?
I mean, you can try.
Okay.
Well, real quick, can I try sleight of hand to stop him from biting down?
Okay, roll for it.
19.
You know, I really had no intention of him surviving this or giving you anything. Like, he doesn't really know anything.
He may not know anything.
Well, nothing that he wants to tell you.
He doesn't. Look. Well, I want to know why he wanted that medicine so bad, and I'm gonna figure it out.
We've got a cleric. I'm going to threaten him that if he does not tell us what we want, Sonny is going to repeatedly bite him in the balls, and then we're going to heal him, and bite him, and heal. And then I'm gonna get real fucking close to his ear, and I'm gonna tell him, whisper in his ear, did you know more than half of the bones in the human body are in your hands? Strictly speaking, I don't have to break every bone in your body, but I can break half of them.
I mean,
Are we just gonna turn the bones in his hands to dust?
Are you gonna tell, or are you saying he speaks up, and it says, "I only have one hand left"?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Krusk was waiting for that, so with the full force of his weight, stomps on one of his feet.
The bones in his foot do not exist anymore.
Yeah, they are ground to dust.
I'm gonna whisper in his ear. We're gonna keep you alive. Feeling everything.
It's like he gets a scared look in his eyes as you say that.
I suggest you talk.
Why did you want that medicine so badly?
He looks like he's about to say anything when an arrow pierces his chest from behind and he drops to the ground.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna immediately react with Sonny, sick him, and point to the direction of the arrow.
Where?
Like the direction the arrow came from.
Well, I mean, it came from the south.
Alright, and since Sonny has advantage on checks that rely on hearing or smell, I'm waiting for the DM to roll perception to see if Sonny can catch his scent.
Did we just unlock some kind of bandit side quest?
Maybe.
I have a feeling it's related to the cult.
Yeah, me too.
you said roll with advantage on that?
Yeah, advantage for hearing and smell.
That would be a perception check, and that has a +3.
Mm-hmm.
That was the highest.
I don't see a second roll.
So what did he roll?
Okay.
But what about the advantage part of the roll?
It was a 12 with advantage because there's a 12 and an 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 15 total.
No, the
No.
bonus is already applied.
Yeah, the bonus is already applied. I mean,
Damn, that's a
Sonny
shame.
runs off in the direction where the arrow comes from, but then comes back with nothing.
Bastard already ran away.
Krusk is gonna take a clean cloth, and he's gonna remove the arrow.
Can we just
and
didn't we just do spare the dying?
No, because like I said, that works for people who are bleeding out, not dead.
Yeah.
Fucking what? You really did not want us to get information, did you?
No.
So
he wasn't
Krusk,
going to tell you anything. He really didn't have any intention of telling you guys anything.
yeah, I figured that's why I was trying to force. I was trying to force Chaos's hand to do some bullshit, pretty much. So, mission accomplished.
I just really wanted to know why they wanted that.
I'm removing the arrow with a clean rag, a clean cloth,
made of
which is in my If you're gonna say where does he have that, it's in the clit. That's something else. I found the clit. It's a rag.
What's wrong with you people?
A lot.
No, it's in the survival kit or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring the arrow to Sonny and see if he can get a scent off it.
Alright. He detects, he cannot pick up any scent off of it.
Damn it.
Hey, wait. It says here that juvenile mimics can use telepathy, and they know common and undercommon.
Yeah.
Neat. So I can talk to my mimic.
Could I, since I am also a predator, could I try to see if I could get a scent off it?
Sure.
Let me see if
Try.
What do you want me to roll for that?
I mean, wouldn't that be a perception check?
Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted to stick to perception or not.
I mean, it's what it would be.
I got an 18.
I mean, you do detect a whiff of something, and on the arrow and in the air, that does lead you to the spot from which the arrow was fired from. But beyond that, you notice no trail leading from that spot, almost as if the person just disappeared.
I mean, teleportation does exist, so that's a possibility.
Goddamn DM assassins, blinking it out of fucking existence.
I mean, you might find something on him.
Could I potentially do Arcana, see if he teleported or if he just went invisible?
Go ahead.
And then a +1. Pray for me. I don't know shit.
Like, +5.
I mean, you have a vague idea of what happened.
Crust turns to the group and says, "Something happened here."
Thanks, Crust. I will check it.
He was here, but now he's gone.
Yeah, tell that the person didn't just like turn invisible, but they just straight up disappeared. Doesn't seem like it was
Motherfucking
teleportation
teleportation.
magic, but something else entirely.
Okay, guys, hear me out.
Vanished.
Theory, he got abducted by a very large bird.
Another idea, he sent it in time the arrow to kill himself if something happened. So he committed suicide.
We were fighting Yandu!
Oh no! We must escape.
Oh, I mean, you guys gonna like maybe check him, see if he had anything on him?
Nah, I'm sure he's clean.
He couldn't be a bandit, right?
He wouldn't be dishonest. He seemed like a good guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He said hello
He didn't
every
even
time.
hit any of us. He just had a dog on his balls.
It's time. Perception. Go perception. Oh shit. Yeah, so I don't...
Alright, so. Wait. Searching him, you do find a letter.
Is it scrambled?
No. Surprisingly, this one is not. You're able to clearly read on the letter saying that some medicine is to be delivered from Seaside Hills to Fishton by a group of adventurers, and that and it requests that the bandits stop that medicine from arriving at all costs.
Someone sold that. Sold us. Alright.
What?
Fucking rat. Someone sold us. He knew about it.
Yeah.
Krusky's gonna double check the shipment. See if it's just medicine.
Well, you look through the crates, and the only thing that is in them is medicine.
Would I be able to somehow identify what kind of medicine?
I guess they roll a
Wait,
medicine check for that.
Wait, could I roll an investigation for it? Or history? Because
On
those
what?
seems like things that would tell me what the medicine is.
Sure.
I rolled a
Okay,
15
so
on medicine.
investigation or history.
You can tell that the medicine is for plague.
Oh.
Ooh.
I communicate as such to the group. And tell me if I'm wrong, which I wouldn't be surprised if I was, considering I tend to miss things, as you've noticed. But he didn't tell us about a plague, did he?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
They had, they were just told to just get that medicine there. That was it. They had no, they didn't want you to know about the plague because they might, they wanted to make sure that someone would actually go and deliver the medicine. Some would be, some people would be turned away by the fact of such an infectious disease going on there.
Okay,
More
so
likely
we
to
still
say,
need.
no, I will not deliver it because they didn't want to get infected.
So we
Rightfully
still clearly
so.
need. Well, we need to go. We still need to go to Fishton, but we don't want to get the plague. We also need to deliver the medicine.
I vote we send Gilgamesh.
Do we have a paladin in the party? Oh wait, no. They'd need to be 3rd level for that. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, as part of the request, you were told that you were going to be meeting the person outside of town with the crates.
Wait, what?
Okay,
Oh,
that's
wait,
more
what if
tolerable.
what if that was the person when we just killed them?
I definitely don't think it was.
Yeah, these were bandits. I mean, it's pretty
Okay,
obvious.
that'd
The
be
fact that
funny
they are,
though.
you're still good. Like you're still a day's travel from Fishton. Like this was supposed to be someone being meeting you just outside of town itself.
He didn't come out saying, "Oh, thank God, I've been waiting for you forever." Instead, he came out saying, "Drop your shit." So, I think we're good.
Yeah.
That would have been funny though.
Just be happy it wasn't that guy, or else you guys might have the fucking vision of Krusk in a nurse outfit trying to feed people the potion of the plague.
That's not something I wanted to imagine, but now I had to.
Exactly.
You did this.
You're welcome.
It's like none
We
of you
do
managed to get
need to
that
go
entire encounter.
That's because the goodest boy kept them all fucking terrified.
Guys, idea. Maybe we should stop for today. Like the
Yeah.
Lamok or Pikachu's left.
Yeah, we can continue this next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week or
Is
another
everyone
2
good?
weeks?
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2
Oh.
weeks. Yeah, it's still fine.
That's why I'm not. That's why I'm disappointed that I can't join the other session. Like, I'd like to play D&D more than once every 2 weeks.
I'll start doing one shots throughout the week. Like I just gotta start playing
Eh.
stuff out.
I have every week. I do have Eric's campaign. That's
Yeah.
actually tomorrow, right, Eric?
It's at Friday specifically, but I think so.
I
Like they
mean,
can
at this
make.
point, like Sty and all that are going back, and like Gilgamesh and all them are going back to school.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't do Fridays anymore because of that.
Yeah, so the
Yeah, I can't
Fridays.
do Friday. Yeah,
Yeah, so
didn't you
Fridays won't be
say
able.
the
So Saturdays, probably. Yeah.
Today is Saturday.
Ah,
I
yeah.
think you said
Saturdays
Sunday.
if I have to do Sundays. Sundays if I do Saturdays.
Yeah, something like because we don't have anyone from the session, the party 1 or 2 from Chaos session, we can make it in the same time, so it's not a big deal.
We're party 1.
Like if we have like today the session, we can play tomorrow if everyone's okay. And then it's Saturdays.
I'm gonna play. If it's happening tomorrow, I would like to play your session tomorrow.
Yeah.
Same.
All right, so we're gonna call the section here and pick up with the last bit of this particular part of the storyline in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So yeah.
And viewers, go to my channel, Spino Gunner. I do gaming stuff.
No, don't be doing that on my channel. Sorry.
Yeah,
That
just
is not allowed.
no,